was the one that, did you attempt to do that? Timothy was the one to do.
The reason why was because, you know, the woman called me saying she got 36 million naira, and that was at first, from the onset. Then later, after she called me severally asking for the balance, and later, after a month or few weeks, she came back and saying that she got the balance as a check from the prophet. So I believe the money is already with the woman. So if I had to request for a refund, because
I say, but it was not try to say that the mob for me, Mare, you back. Only give shut up who will leave. If we have a banyo.
Shut up! When I go to my bad, I will not tell a message. Increase it, that's why. They might want to show up with the home. They might be anybody share anything business.
I say, what say, oh, leave. So, we know, but that will allow me, and so we fight upon a point statement to actually.
Yes, you can record it, you can do whatever you want to do, because you young boys of nowadays, you don't do things that can prolong your life. You'll be thinking you are smarter than the people you met on this world. Yes, the fact is that Mrs. Akintonde is from me.
But sir, are you threatening me?
No, I'm not threatening you.
Because I'm not involved in this case. I'm just a journalist.
Listen.
Baba pack pants. Took pants on at your won't when it came one mafo. Auto 20. One mafo me. One mafo. Kilo day.
Nígbà tí àwọn oníròyìn gbé ọ̀rọ̀ náà dé ọ̀dọ̀ gómìnà ológun ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn nígbà kan rí, ọ̀gágun David Akintonde ṣe ni ó sọ wípé irọ́ pátápátá gbà ni arábìnrin náà ń pa pé òun jẹ́ aya òun àti pé ó pẹ́ tí òun ti fi ojú kan arábìnrin náà gbẹ̀yìn.
Ẹni tó ń sọ yìí, I have not seen her for years. I left Ogun State in 1996. I left with my family intact. So mi ò mọ anything pa gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ ó ṣẹlẹ̀ kò ṣẹlẹ̀. So I'm not in. She's not my wife.
My brother, in the first place, sir, Tibetan is fond of telling lies. Even let me tell you one thing, sir. I was once one of the unrepentant and fanatical listener of Tibetan's sermon. I was once a fanatical and unrepentant listener to Tibetan's preaching. But when I later discovered that most of the Bible passages that he quoted or that he used to quote on media are not correct. They are not related to what he's saying. Then I got to know this man is trying to distribute the audience. Because when he's preaching, I write down his Bible passages. I write it down. So after he has finished, I will go through the Bible passage one by one, relating it to what is the topic he was discussing. I discover it's not saying the truth.
àmọ́ kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ tún láǹfààní láti máa gbóhùn wa o ẹ̀yin ọmọ Nàìjíríà ẹ má jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa tún dákẹ́ o torí pé bá a ṣe dákẹ́ rèé tí àwọn ẹni àṣetánì àwọn ẹni àmọ̀kùn ṣèkà tí wọ́n fi gba ẹ̀mí Mohbad ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa máa tètè ké gbàjarè kí ẹ̀mí ẹlòmíì má tún lọ bọ́ bíi ti Mohbad àfi kí Ọlọ́run gbà wá lọ́wọ́ àwọn alágbára ayé tí wọ́n fi ipò àti agbára òkùnkùn yan àwọn ọmọ ènìyàn jẹ tí wọ́n sì ń dá ẹ̀mí àwọn aláìṣẹ̀ ní ègbodò ẹ dákun ẹ gbà mí kí wọ́n tó pa mí lórí ẹ̀tọ́ mi ẹ̀yin ọmọ Nàìjíríà ni orin tí ọ̀dọ́mọkùnrin kan ń pariwo kiri báyìí o torí pọ́n ti fẹ́ pa lórí ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ̀ ó ní ẹ gbà mí ẹ má jẹ́ pa mí lórí ẹ̀tọ́ mi èmi kò mọ̀ wípé ní àárín àwọn ènìyàn Ọlọ́run ni àwọn ènìyàn ìkà wà pẹ̀lú ìwé orin Dáfídì 36 sọ wípé ìrékọjá ènìyàn búburú wí nínú ọkàn rẹ̀ wípé ẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run kò sí níwájú rẹ̀ nítorí ó ń pọ́n ara rẹ̀ títí a ó fi rí ẹsẹ̀ rẹ̀ láti kórìíra ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu rẹ̀ ní ẹsẹ̀ òun ẹ̀tàn ó ti fi ọgbọ́n àti iṣẹ́ rere sílẹ̀ ó ń gbèrò ìwà ìkà lórí ẹni rẹ̀ ó gba ọ̀nà tí kò dára òun kò kórìíra ibi ta ni ọ̀dọ́mọkùnrin yìí kí ni ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ àwọn alágbára wo gan-an ni wọ́n lépa ẹ̀mí rẹ̀ yìí kí ni ẹ̀yin ọmọ Nàìjíríà lè ṣe kí wọ́n má bàa gé ẹ̀mí rẹ̀ kúrú ẹ máa bá wa ká lọ.
From an allegation you made that you bought a piece of land. I mean, you bought 5 acres of land.
Yeah, that is 2 hectares. Okay.
Which was owned by originally owned by Mrs. Omolara Akintonde.
Yes.
But you said you had your Prophet MKO Tibetan to be the man in between for the transaction.
That was what he told me. I insisted to have my own lawyer and do the necessary by investigating the authenticity of the land, but the prophet refused and said me getting a lawyer will cost me another money, and for him to have involved in between the transaction, there will never be a problem. That was what he told me then.
Okay, that was what the prophet told you. So that was when he now became the man in between.
Yes.
Okay. So who did you pay the money to?
Prophet MKO Tibetan. I paid to his account.
Oh, okay. So do you have evidence of the payment?
Yeah, I have the statement.
Okay. You also noted that you paid in tranches. Like, how many times did you pay?
I made payment of about 63 from one account, and when I want, because the initial price of what he told me about the price of the land per plot, he said 2 million per plot. So I sent 60 million, and then later after I said I have to make payment for a surveyor and legal fee, which was what I was trying to get by myself, which he refused. Later said I have to pay for legal fee, but I said I still have to get my lawyer, but he insisted I should let the woman undo the whole thing. So after I make 60 million payments, which was from one account, then what he said the surveyor and the legal fee will cost me 6.5 million naira, which I sent them 3 point something from the account where I sent 60 at first. So I had to balance in from my other accounts. So the transaction on one account is about 63, while the balance is from my other account.
Okay, so in total you paid how much?
65.5 million naira.
5.5 million naira.
Yes.
Okay, but the prophet, when you transferred everything to him,
yes,
what did he say? What exactly did he say?
Yeah, after making payment, then he sent me the woman's number, and the woman started calling me. She said she sent me a breakdown of the money being paid to her, which was 36 million naira at that time. So she was calling me in there and now every now and then.
36.
Yes.
You said 36 million.
That is Mrs. Akintonde. They called me severally saying that the money given to her by the prophet was just 30 6 million naira. So she keep calling, and I told her I've sent the whole money to the prophet, and the prophet promised to handle the whole thing. So I don't want to be like you're getting you're trying to get a separate information from me, which might contradict what the prophet is discussing with you of whatever the reasons. Because then, I trusted the prophet, believing he's a man of God, not knowing he has his own agenda or plan towards this whole money. So along the way, the woman keep calling. I just keep telling the woman, you have to get back to the prophet. He has the money. He's going to be the one to take care of the whole thing. So after then she told me the prophet gave him the money, which is 65.5. Later after, that was after she has called me severally. She said finally the prophet gave her a check of the balance of the whole money, which make the whole thing 65.5 million naira. Thereafter, I was asking for receipt, deed of assignment of the property and everything. Even for the fact that the man couldn't let me go to inspect the land. Whenever I asked him, he always told me, because he has a brother, his blood brother, who is a colonel. He always said he want to talk to his brother. His brother will give him boys, that is military men, and the police to follow me to the land. That was what the prophet keeps saying every time. Yeah, I understand that he's a busy man, but I keep asking every now and then, when am I going to inspect the land? But this man keeps saying the same thing. I want to contact my brother to get boys to follow you, or to go. Me myself, I have 4 hectares there that I haven't gone there to check, which was what as he told me then. So I keep asking the same question, and then when I was given documents to the land, no receipt, but document that says that 2 hectares, which is 5 acres. So I noticed that the name on the account on the document says my name is Timilehin. That is Timilehin. But instead they write Timilehin. Instead of I, they put E. Then instead of the last H, they put Y. And I told him there is a mistake here on the name written here. And he said the name will be corrected. And I signed. He said I should because that was going to take another forever to get it corrected. So I had to take the document myself. Because I live in Abuja, I had to come down to Lagos, take the document myself, took it to the woman's office in Alausa. And on getting there, that was when the whole thing started. Immediately the woman set her eyes on me. I don't know what came over her. I don't know what she's thinking. I don't know why she think maybe being I don't know what came over her though. So she said there was a mistake on the document. The document is meant, the land is meant to be 2 acres, not 2 hectares. I said, ma, the breakdown of the payment you sent to me said 2 hectares, which means 5 acres, 30 plots. And you told me you were giving me block A and block A and B, and each block contains 15 plots, based on what you discussed with me on the phone. So how come you're not saying your secretary made a mistake? If your secretary made a mistake, do you also make the same mistake while talking to me? Does the prophet himself made mistake by saying per hectares is 2, per plot is 2 million naira? So I had to drop the document because I called the top prophet on that day. He said, "What concerns me with what I went there to do?" Because he was talking to me then as a little boy. But then, you know, as a Yoruba man, I was just trying to respect the fact that it's an elderly person, saying all he told me was to go to the woman and submit document. But this property belongs to me. You can't just tell me and go there. I should go and submit. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not a fool. I have to ask. I have to make inquiry about what I'm getting. I'm inquiring. Even despite the fact you didn't let me go to the land to inspect before making payments. You just said there's no problem. You're going to play the intermediary in between both of us. Which I agree to you because I believe that you're a man of God and you never want to attempt to do something like that. So, and I told the woman, I said, the woman now break the plot from 30 plots to 12 plots. And he was saying that there's another plot, there's a lot of lands if I still want to acquire more. but I will have to do the business in between me and her, that the prophet must not know about that. That was when I knew something is going on. I said, okay. And the man she introduced to me as a lawyer, that man doesn't look like a lawyer, because his trouser was already tall. So that's the first red flag. I was just playing along. So I get back to the prophet.
On top of that, what else indicated you that he wasn't a lawyer?
The man looked tattered, like someone they just come and disguise as so and this thing. Like the way he looked tattered, and a competent lawyer for such a land of a woman that said that is working on billions of naira worth of project refinery shouldn't have someone like that as a lawyer. So I believe that man was just called to come and display himself, or whatever reason, I don't know. But the way I looked at him, I saw that man that day doesn't seem like a lawyer. So that was the first red flag. And the second red flag was the woman saying that it was 2F plot, not 30 plot. So I went to the prophet. I told him the whole thing and narrated the whole story that the woman told me. And she was even like getting so upset that day that why would the woman do something like that? She came to his office and told him that the land is 2 million per plot. Why wouldn't I tell me that the land has increased by 2 million? Who does things like that? That was where he displayed his game to me that day. I will call it game. Like he was the one like he was acting as if he's on my side. Okay, I said okay. Now he said he would talk to the woman. After a few weeks, he told me that I had discussed with the woman. The woman has agreed to give me my 30 plot. Fine. So now where's the document? Yeah, I think I went to him more than 3 or 4 times. The last time I asked about that document was
Prophet
Tibetan. Yes, Prophet MKO Tibetan. The last time I asked about that document was in his living room. He now said the document is presently with him inside his bedroom. Give me the document. I asked that same question 3 times or 4 times. What he kept saying was he still haven't gone to inspect the land. He want to contact his brother to get the boys, military men and policemen to follow me. I asked that same question on different occasions, not different, like different months within a year. So the last time I asked him was in his living room, and then he said the same thing. He want to get boys, military and policemen to go there. So I now figured out that something is wrong. That document was with Tibetan, the corrected document. But I never set my eyes on that document after he claimed the name has been corrected and given to him. But he still wants to go there and inspect the land before he delivered the document to me, according to what he keeps saying, within 1 year. So I had to come to Lagos early this year, January. This was February. This whole thing it started from February last year. So fast forward now to
2022.
Yes, 2022. So I fast forward to this year, January.
Ìwọ Ọlọ́run ẹlẹ́dàá níbo lójú rẹ wà? Àṣé àwọn ènìyàn bí ọba Áhábù àti Jésébẹ́lì aya rẹ̀ sì tún wà nínú ayé? Àbí báwo ni ẹni tí ó ń pera rẹ̀ ní ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run tí àwọn ènìyàn sì lérò pé kò yẹ kí a bá nǹkan ìdọ̀tí lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ ṣe máa gba 65.5 million naira lọ́wọ́ ọmọ tí ó mú gẹ́gẹ́ bí bàbá, tí owó náà yóò sì wọlẹ̀? Fún odindi ọdún kan gbáko ni arákùnrin yìí fi rìn kiri tí kò rántí ọ̀rọ̀ owó náà rárá mọ́. Àfìgbà tí Ọlọ́run ṣí lójú ní ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ọdún yìí ló ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní béèrè owó náà lọ́wọ́ alágbàtẹrù ọjà ilẹ̀ tí ó rà.
After the new year, I went to Lagos, and before I even went to Lagos, I even called him. I said I'm coming to Lagos because a friend of mine is having his wedding, so I'm coming for the wedding on island. And he said, and what he told me was the land is in Lekki Epe. That was what he told me, which was the first argument I had with that woman. He told me the land is located at Lekki Epe, beside Dangote's refinery. So when I got to Lagos, I called the woman after the wedding. I said, when can I go inspect the land? So the woman said someone would take me there on the 9th or thereabout. That's the second week of January this year. So he said someone is coming to pick me, but my instincts refused that I won't follow anybody that comes to pick me because I've been suspecting both of them. but I just want to be sure I'm not being inclusive about this whole thing. So I talked to myself, I'm not following anybody coming to pick me. I will go there with my friend. I was even intending to get a policeman, 1 or 2, to follow me to that land. But then I said, okay, a friend of mine volunteered himself to take me there. So he said someone is coming. I said, no, don't worry. I have a friend who will pick me there. Give me the address to that land. Do you know this woman could not give me a direct address. He said beside Dangote's refinery. We drove ourselves from Lekki phase 1. We drove to the end of that road of that Dangote's refinery. We get to the end of that road. This woman said we went, and I called the woman. That was when I started having issue talking to that woman with no respect, because he doesn't respect me anymore. So he now said, she now said we went to the wrong road, that the land was not located at that right. I said, but this man told me in Lekki Ekpe beside the refinery, Dangote's refinery. How come you're not saying something different now? He said she never discussed anything like that with the prophet. That he doesn't know why will he tell me something like that? Okay, another red flag. He was now asking me what was my car type, the color of my car. I said, no, ma. Tell me the address of where I'm heading to. But she insisted. She has to hang up on me and block my number. She now texted the supposed person, a guy. He said, I don't know, one junction. We now drove ourselves now to Ambo this town. Inside. Like remote area, bush, like all those places they are still like that. They still use them like for farm, because we even saw a tent that they were there. So we now drove to the junction. We pick up a guy. We go to the land. The land is still very much bushy. Like if you enter the land, if you enter inside that bush, nobody will see you if anybody is inside there. I didn't come down from the car. I refused to come down from the car, and I said, okay, this is where the land is located. Okay, no problem. They will let us start going back to our house.
So why has he not done his job?
The problem is that the portion your own is, that is what I don't know. Are you understand me? So it's the one that
to my own thinking, I thought you're a surveyor and you're coming to show me my own portion here. That was why I don't. What? So why I don't even know the only reason why I'm coming here now. It's just.
No, but first and foremost, you need to know where you are going to first, right? Since you have not been here before, I didn't mean you have been here before now, but you have not been here before. This is the first time.
But this place is not even Ekpe town.
And this under Ekpe now. This is Ekpe.
So I don't even look where you take one day.
Slow down. On my way back, this woman I called Prophet. Prophet now got upset on the phone, saying I went to check the land without informing him. I was like, sir, this thing shouldn't get you upset or whatever, you shouldn't get upset about this for whatever reasons. This is a land that I bought, that I paid for over a year, that I have not set my heart on. You've been postponing me here and there. I went to check what belongs to me, not yours. And I said he doesn't forgive an adult when the adult trespass against him. I was like, sir, kí ni mo ṣe fún yín? Ṣé mo ti ṣe yín pé mo lọ check ilẹ̀ tí mo rà? So for that reason, I refused to go to his church. That was the last time I went. I attended the show was last year. So since that time, I've not set my eyes on him. So
were you his regular church member?
Yes, I normally attend his service. I live in Abuja, but anytime I go to Lagos, I always attend his church. I'm a church member.
Okay. How long have you known him?
I think that's is it not 2020? I think
you've known him since 2020.
Yes, 20.
What kind of relationship?
It was like it's like father and son relationship. Because whenever he comes to Abuja, I always be the one to go to the airport to pick him. He even slept in my house one day. That he now said he doesn't know me. I'll be the one to go pick him at the airport. I'll be the one to take him back to the airport. I won't be the one to pay my money to book him flights anytime he's coming to Abuja. I'll be the one booking flight for him.
So in demanding demanding a refund for your money, who did you meet to refund your money? Was it the Prophet or Mrs. Akintonde?
Because after Mrs. Akintonde said the money was really paid to her, so I've decided that if I have to request for a refund after I went to that land, I discovered that land is far below the worth of what I paid. That land shouldn't be more than 500, or at max that land should not be up to 1 million naira per plot, because it's still in a very bushy, in a farm area, remote area. I call it remote area with no good road there. So that land is not. So I said, okay, with what I'm seeing here, and with this whole thing you've said, saying instead of me getting 30 plots, you're giving me 12 plots. Later you said, I said, I'm not interested in this land anymore, and please give me my money. So because me and the woman have been talking, and I was demanding for refund. That was after we've had a few counters with the woman, and the woman blocked me on the phone, saying I've been talking to her like as if like he has a son like me of my age. I said, ma, this is a business transaction. There's nothing like a age difference in a business transaction. When you know you can't bear to transact with a younger or someone who is young enough to be your son, you should have said this. You should have sold those land to your kids or your family.
Okay, but in demanding I was asking that in demanding the refund, who exactly did you demand refund from? Was it Mr. Akintonde or
Mrs. Akintonde? I was getting the Mrs. Akintonde, because after this whole thing, I think they had a plan. The reason why I said they had a plan, like a threat, was because this prophet has been getting so upset, like so annoyed with the whole thing, because he was expecting me to carry him along with the whole thing. Like, if I want to go to the toilet, I have to tell him. If I want to do this, I have to tell him. At this of my age, I'm over 30 years of age. So you don't expect me to behave to you like a 10-year-old boy, right? So he now said, and I told them that this was before I request for a refund. I said I needed that document for a documentation. I'm in between something, and I needed the documents, and such document will fit in to deliver for what I've been working on, a project I've been working on. That was when this whole thing started. He said, as you go to the woman will give me the corrected document, and when the woman gave me the corrected document, the document was with him, as the document has been with him, but I don't know, maybe the woman has to do another document, I don't know. He said they will give me the document and they will take me to that land and allocate my own land to me inside bush.
Shut up!
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sà, mi ò ní ìṣù pẹ̀lú yín dájú tí woman yẹn bá ní pé wọ́n fẹ́ dáwọ́ yẹn padà sà.
Ní sùúrù. This boy, you can't grow more than your age. Come on. When I'm talking. Ní sùúrù kí n gba document that kò lè lọ́wọ́. Anything you want to do, pen it to then. Let me come back. I'm not home. That's why you know you need. Oh, you can't take back in once and for all. Lọ́jọ́ tó kó wàhálà wá sí kó. Without carrying me along. Don't be busy. Ní sùúrù. Your paper is just once. Want to show everything. Can't buy jáde. Can't kò lè lọ́wọ́. Bend everything to see fresh for now. Matter day. Go back away, man. Don't trade any word, please. But the only thing, maybe no man, echo wherever, by way, bye. Simple. Go and do what you want to do. We take another phase. You are in between two people that are senior you. You all need to bury your head and say, and be quiet until you get what you want to get. Sorry, please. This room.
Sir. Kí n jẹ́ pé mi ò ní sùúrù nígbà tí mo tẹ̀ lọ wo bẹ̀ yẹn after a year sir, after a year ibẹ̀ yẹn igbó tí yẹn bá wà nú gbó yẹn wọn lórí yẹn ń ta igbó yẹn ibẹ̀ yẹn sì kún gbó after 1 year sir woman yẹn wọ́n kàn sọ pé mò ń gbé ẹ̀sà mà.
ṣé ó lóun máa bá wa ró ni.
mo ti sanwó survey mo dẹ̀ sanwó legal film sir ó yẹ kó ti clear bẹ̀yẹn kó tẹ̀ tí sí any sign of allocation after 1 year sir kò tí sí any sign of allocation gbogbo bẹ̀yẹn ṣe wà bushi woman yẹn ò kí anytime tí n bá ti sọ máa pé mo rí wọn fún mi máa mú ìfẹ́ bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ máa forí dólẹ̀ tí màá bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ ni o wọ́n máa pé mo rí wọn fún mi máa mú ìfẹ́ bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀.
ẹ ò ṣe tọ́jú ilé ìdọ̀jọ́ tó bá dọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀ kó jẹ́ ẹ̀kan náà ló kàn máa lè máa jọ face ara yín tẹ̀lé ma èmi tèmi ní kéèkì gbàwé kí kó lé ẹ lọ́wọ́ I'm not ready to let the woman to be polite mi ò dẹ̀ ní kí wọn náà má rude mi ò dẹ̀ ní kí wọn náà má count ẹ̀ to be rude owó tó wà involved kó pè ìwé ẹ̀ kó gbélé ẹ lọ́wọ́ that's all then kí n dẹ̀ ṣe pé kó gbélé ẹ lọ́wọ́ kájọ kó sínú mọ́tò kó lọ náwó síbi tí ilẹ̀ ẹ wà that's all òtítọ́.
ó dà sá.
ọjọ́ kan ni gbogbo eléyìí máa gbà mí mo dẹ̀ òtítọ́ náà nìyẹn.
ó dà sá. And I didn't tell him. I said, okay, no problem. And I get my own lawyer without his own consent, without his knowledge, because he has said I shouldn't get a lawyer.
Yeah. Exactly 12 Monday.
Next week, Mama, wa ní Àkúrẹ́ mo fẹ́ lọ ṣe nǹkan ní school.
Forgiveness without repentance.
Oh, you're enjoying it, but who got him? Oh, let me wait and do so.
Clarissa.
By 12 o'clock Monday, you're left. Make a conversation Tuesday. Don't move arrange. I want to tell a law, sort of lawyer, develop a willow. You go down in Colosseum.
Lawyer mi wà lÉkòó. Bóyá kan lọ bá lawyer yẹn kan gbà. Because mo ti sọ everything fún wọn, mo ṣàlàyé everything fún wọn. So mo dẹ̀ ti wà lÉkòó báyìí, hotel mo sùn mo ti náwó. Then mo tẹ̀ ní nǹkan ṣe ní Ondo State. So ó wà lára nǹkan tí mo ní pé mo fi ní ìdíwé yẹn nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ fi wé yẹn ṣe. Tó dẹ̀ tí wé yẹn ń delay ẹ̀. So mo ní láti lọ sí Ondo State láti lọ comply pẹ̀lú nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ ṣe ń bẹ̀. So mo máa tó bá fún mi ní nọ́mbà lọ́ọ̀yà yẹn àbí àdírẹ́sì máa gbà máa fún lọ́ọ̀yà tọ̀dọ̀ mi. A lè lọ bẹ̀.
Moments of doubt, and I ask myself, the eyes go down.
But you better go carry your because pressure to release only our problems and to wallet.
Normally, sir. Normally, tí bá jẹ́ pé torí pé ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn wá látọ̀dọ̀ yín ni kí n tó kówó lẹ̀ lọ́ọ̀yà mi ni màá ní kó máa ṣe find out kó ṣe kinní pẹ̀lú woman yẹn but torí pé wá látọ̀dọ̀ yín ò ló jẹ́ kí n bọ́dà ń gbà yẹn bọ̀ ń sìn báyìí mo fẹ́ kí lọ́ọ̀yà yẹn kó lọ́ọ̀yà take over everything kó ṣe investigation kó mọ ẹ kó ṣe àwọn necessary thing for future reference.
No, the lawyer look back, you will go. During my there's one thing people make of my live, she told me, the lawyer back my documents in Marina, don't back kidnap in between the Ilaje. The mama wants to go for no class, lawyer now, because he can't do a lawyer, and those have 419, go by lawyer. Can I tell you what 419 not to do balance? He commission everything as Baba is one wife of and we know
we have been victimized by
I want to lawyer now. What they lawyer gonna lọ́wọ́ mi.
Ìyẹn ló máa ti lẹ́mìí gígùn ó ní ènìyàn kọ́lé alájà mẹ́fà olójáde láyé ìgbà ń kọ́ lórí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní sáà fìyẹn lẹ̀ jẹ́ kó lọ ọbẹ̀ kó gba pépà yẹn kó tó tẹ̀ kó tí mo bá dé pẹ̀lẹ́ mi àtẹ̀wọ́ lọ́ọ̀yà ilé wà láàrin wa àwọn lọ sí ibi tí ilẹ̀ wà wà rí gbogbo rẹ̀ the ilẹ̀ is genuine everything is genuine kò sí kò tí lọ́ọ̀yà fẹ́ ṣe wàhálà náà. To be moving méjì lọ́dọ̀ àwọn àmà ilé wa rè ìkọ́tẹ́ kékeré ìfẹ́ àbáṣe rẹ́gísítà lálàúsá àlọ́ ọ̀bẹ àlọ́bà làbùsà tó bá rẹ̀ ti wò lálàúsá tó ti dárí kílẹ̀ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ iṣẹ́ wo ló tún rán tó jù ẹ lọ ó fẹ́ bá ẹ kọ́ ni so fi wọ́n yẹn lẹ̀ èjì tiẹ̀ ni wọ́n yẹn.
tó bá mi get address lawyer yẹn àti kíní kí n lè fẹ́ ní ẹ̀kọ́ lọ́gbà. Okay sir.
No problem.
All right sir.
So torí mo ń sọ pé èèyàn ní kíkúnjú wà pàdé mo ṣe 4 months ní outside Nigeria so no get anybody ń gbèsè ní orí anybody òní kíkọ́ dá bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ àyànjú ẹ̀ fáì mo fi sọ fún torí àwọn èèyàn wà tó wá wò bí tí wọ́n fẹ́ bí tí bí abáàjì lè dúró lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ bí tó fẹ́ fi ṣe refinery yẹn torí wọ́n ti take care of already so wọn ẹ̀ bá ti take off gbàgbà but ọ̀rọ̀ Buhari ò stable election kí ní gbogbo so everybody is coming into the country now to do àwọn tó kàn pariwo bí tó ti rí result bí tó ti wọlé làwọn kì í láti mọ̀ tó bí àwọn collection officer àti àwọn fúnra wọn gbà ọ̀dọ́ bá lè sọ pé gbogbo ìwé wọn wà authentic wọ́n á délé wọn tí ẹ̀ fojú oṣù mẹ́fà méjì wọ́n máa lọ kóòtù wọ́n máa bọ̀ bàdé wọn dé dání ìjọba ti wá ti stay so tiẹ̀ náà kan tó fẹ́ fi ṣe ìpọ́nlọ́ fún ẹ̀ṣin ìdásọ́ èmi ò ní nìkan ṣe lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ mọ́ mi ò rí ìlú mi ló kù tí wọ́n máa sùn tí máa tún sùn tí máa sùn gbà tí wọ́n rìn káàkiri àti máa tún sùn gbà tí mo bá tún lọ ẹ̀sọ́ tó lè rí táwọn ọmọ mi lè wá tó máa wá wo tún dáàdi wọn tí tọ́nà níjẹ̀bẹ̀ so máa make sure pé mo sáà tẹ̀ everything wá okay so this time for 63 to 64 kejì àwọn máa ní wọ́n fún mi lẹ̀ lábújá máa nílò ṣe kàbẹ́jì.
All right sir.
So mo ṣe rí nìyẹn.
All right sir.
So láti Èkó ló máa gbà lọ sí.
Ondo state bẹ́ẹ̀.
Okay because wọ́n fẹ́ sẹ́ẹ̀dì kan sí Abuja sí ẹ tẹ́lẹ̀ torí ìwé yẹn ẹsẹ̀ ìyá wòlíì wà láàrin ó pè mí lánàá mo tẹ̀ fẹ́ nìkan ní 500,000 wà ní bàbá mi fún màmá Àbíkú Bákàrè so mo wá ní kó gbé ìwé mẹ́ta ránṣẹ́ kí wọn náà ní ìwé for the year àtẹ̀ kí kọ́ndẹ̀ tó gbé páàkì ọṣẹ kankan fún wa tiẹ̀ ṣètò bá dé wa lọ́ máa gbà ní páàkì.
Okay.
No understand. No, everything is okay.
Yes.
Just follow the spiritual guidance on everything.
That's
because when you only gba lawyer, kan tó rí pé lawyer family àwọn tí yóò yàn bàjá. Ọ̀dẹ̀dẹ̀ ló gba lawyer lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ilẹ̀. Níwájú Sango ọjọ́ tó bá wà máa gbé bàtàlẹ̀ lójú àwọn yẹn. Wọ́n fi àdá rọ̀, wọ́n fi kí orí lawyer bọ́lẹ̀. So lónìí èèyàn lè gba lọ́ọ̀yà tó górí ẹ̀ bọ́lẹ̀ tí ẹni tó gba ẹ̀ máa fi san.
àwọn ṣe máa ń
lọ
tó bá ti bí bàdìbàdì wọ̀nyẹn.
don't ever rely on lawyer lówó ẹ̀ bá ti clean máa ṣe tiẹ̀ lọ máa ṣe nǹkan tiẹ̀ lọ. àfẹsọ̀wọ́ fún lọ́ọ̀yà àfẹsọ̀wọ́ fẹ́ ní bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ kọ́mọ ẹ̀ náà ṣe lọ́ọ̀yà bá dẹ̀ fẹ́ lọ́ọ̀yà kò sí kan tó fẹ́ gbà ń jẹ. Maker of heaven and earth. That's all. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Mo ti padà sí London, so màá lọ sí America padà Monday.
Oh, okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Right from the onset, so I got the lawyer. I said my lawyer on that day, and I told him my lawyer would be the one to represent me there. And when my lawyer got there, the woman told my lawyer that yes, she got the money from Prophet MKO Tibetan. And with this whole thing, he's not sure that he's gonna have any business deal with me anymore. That we would rather refund the money than take all the rubbish that I've been saying to her. So
sorry, I didn't get. The woman said that she got the money from
Tibetan. Yes, she told my lawyer.
She said that.
Yes, that she got the money from. Yes, she told my lawyer.
Okay.
So saying, then the Malayan now pleaded because. Just doing his job, he said they shouldn't mind me that maybe because you know how we young guy we used to do all this thing like blah blah. Just try to get his own information.
She came, she narrated every story outside of the story, and she was fuming that my client, David Timilehin, has insulted him and that has insulted her, that she doesn't want to do anything with her again and be with him again. That he was ready to refund his money in the presence of his lawyer. His lawyer was there. And I'm all happy. Later, the lawyer, made me see receive with this Yoruba saying that Epa Raja, Epa Ota, they don't send him by post. Now, I was even begging the woman, hey, please, don't be offended. my client was he's a young, brilliant man, very young, sharp. Maybe because of the money has been staying long, that's why he's not happy. Please don't. He said, okay, I understand, but I don't want to deal with him again.
So the woman now presented the document, the landscape and the document, the CFO of that land, to my lawyer. And after my lawyer assessed it, my lawyer made me understand that this land is a land allocated to you by Lagos State for the purpose of public interest to build a refinery. This land is not meant for a residential use. Anybody that bought, anybody that
who did Lagos State allocate it
to Mrs. Akintonde for the purpose of building refinery.
Okay.
So my lawyer now told her that this land is not meant for residential use, but for the purpose of public interest, which is meant to build a refinery. So my lawyer now get back to me and said that land, though, number one, that land is still very much below that price which I paid. Secondly, if I acquire that land, that it can assure me that that land will not be of no use to me, because government took that land from those indigenous people there to build the refinery, and they gave it to that woman. And if they now discover that they were seeing houses there, they would disturb whoever come there to build houses later in the future. And he said I will even spend much more than how much the amount I paid for that land, even if I will be allowed. So she just told me that land is not for residential use, that it's better for me to get my money back.
Do you know the reason why it was allocated to her from Lagos State?
For the purpose of building refinery.
Okay, does she play any major role in the government?
The woman, Mrs. Akintonde is a wife of former governor of Ogun State, Colonel Akintonde. Yes, Daniel Akintonde, yes.
So, having said that, did you at all request a refund from the prophet? I mean, since it was the prophet you transferred money to.
Yes. So after we got,
she could have said that.
Yeah, I want to explain how we got to. I want to explain how I got to the prophet. After my lawyer gave Mrs. Akintonde's lawyer letter requesting for a refund of the 65.5 million naira, giving them 7 days to refund the money. After they failed to refund that money within that 7 days, my lawyer now intends to send them a reminder to pay that money before taking legal action against them. Then the lawyer now told my own lawyer that our own client told him not to take any letter from us, which is from my lawyer anymore, that if I needed my money, I should go back to who I paid to and get my money from him, which is Prophet. At that time, Prophet was not in Nigeria. He was in the US. Then he told them not to do anything until he returned back to the country.
He told them not to do anything.
Yes, he said they should pend everything they are doing right now until he returned back to the country. I wouldn't know why. That is the Prophet MKO Tibetan.
How long has he been in the US?
I think he was there for like 2 months or 3, but he was back. He returned to the country since over a month now.
Okay, but I've been trying to reach him. His number is not going through. I don't know if he has other numbers. So why would you go into maybe a deal with a diabolical person when you know that?
Like I said from the onset, I thought he was a man of God. It was after this whole thing escalated, that was when I got to know that this man is not a real man of God. He has been threatening me. He has been threatening his own kids, not me, with death, and his own family. A man of God will not do such thing. I have him recorded on my phone, many records on my phone, saying he has seen someone who acquire house, build a house, and he doesn't sleep a night there before he died. He has seen a lawyer that went to get a document. That was after I told him I got a lawyer to get the document for me. He has seen a lawyer that went to get the document, and he was killed at that point. And I has seen a lawyer that got the document on his way back home. He was assassinated. You can see all those insinuations. And when Sahara called him, he said they should tell his own son, not me, that I should not start what I can't finish. that it might cost him and his family.
Shut up! Don't ever run into trouble that you cannot finish. Then, I don't offend the man of God for you not to be punished with your family. So you should stop. You should drop my name if you don't want to die in penury. He's talking to a prophet of God.
So you can tell that the real man of God will not say something like that when you know so well that you took money from this guy. So the reason why I told the woman not to the reason why I told that woman not to do anything until he returned back to the country was because he believed that if he come back to the country, he will shut everybody down, and has been trying to make some stupid threat saying Tinubu gave him office in Aso Rock. He's going there to spend a week. He's trying to maybe think, okay, because Tinubu, I will now shut my mouth from asking for what I work for my hard-earned money.
Shut up!
ṣùgbọ́n dẹ̀rí mi ó fojú pa mí rẹ́ni ògo wádé ó wá lè pa mí pohùn ó já mi bọ̀ jẹ́ kó báwọn rìnrìn àjò kó lọ kó parẹ́ máyé.
Mo tẹ̀lé ní kó má parẹ́ máyé náà because àwọn nǹkan tí mo ṣe máa jẹ́ lórílẹ̀-èdè yìí kó lè ṣojú ẹ̀ kó rí torí mo ṣe máa bá Tinubu ya fọ́tò mo ṣe máa ṣọ̀sẹ̀ kan ní Aso Rock kí n kàn bá rìn ká torí mo ti gbà tí Goodluck wà ọ̀rẹ́ mi ní Goodluck ń tà ní pé lẹ́yìn yẹn léni ṣebí ibì kan nìyẹn òun ló ṣe tó create room fún mi ní Aso Rock.
So he has been making all sorts of threats every now and then, but I'm not moved.
Okay, but the question I asked that I wanted to come back to, maybe I will wrap up on that. Why not request your money directly from him, since he was the one that, if you attempt to do that, since he was the one to do?
The reason why was because, the woman called me saying she got 36 million naira, and that was at first, from the onset. Then later, after she called me severally asking for the balance, and later, I think after a month or few weeks, she came back and saying that she got the balance as a check from the prophet. So I believe the money is already with the woman. So if I had to request for a refund, because at that point I was still respecting the prophet, thinking he was on my side. All along I was thinking this woman was the one playing game. Like I told you, she told me that if I still want to acquire more land, I can, but it's going to be between me and her, without the consent or the knowledge of the prophet. So I've been suspecting that woman from the onset, thinking that woman is the only one trying to play game. So that was the reason why I was asking her. Let me say the reason why I asked her the refund until she told me to go back to who I paid to.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Well noted. Please, could you also copy me probably the evidence of payment?
Okay, I will do that.
tẹ́ ẹ bá rántí ọ̀rọ̀ arákùnrin yìí ti ń jà rànyìnrànyìn nílẹ̀ fún bí oṣù mélòó kan báyìí. ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ènìyàn tó dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọkùnrin yìí káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé, pàápàá àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà, ni wọ́n tilẹ̀ lérò pé gbajúgbajà ránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run tí àwọn kan tilẹ̀ tún sọ pé ẹni òkùnkùn pọ́nbélé ni, àti arábìnrin tó pe ara rẹ̀ ní ìyàwó gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn ní ìgbà kan rí, ní ti san owó tí wọ́n fi ọgbọ́n àlùmọ̀kọ́rọ́ yìí gbà, ìyẹn 65.5 million naira lọ́wọ́ ọ̀dọ́mọkùnrin kan náà ni. ṣùgbọ́n dípò kí wọ́n san owó náà, ṣe ni òun àti ẹni kejì tí wọ́n jọ ṣe iṣẹ́ ibi ńlá náà ń fò káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé, tí wọ́n sì ń fi ọmọkùnrin náà ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ pé àwọn ló kàn, pé kò sí ohun tí ẹnikẹ́ni lè ṣe sí i. wọ́n á tilẹ̀ tún máa lérí pé ìjọba tiwọn ló wà lóde báyìí, àti pé ohunkóhun tí àwọn bá sì ṣe àṣegbé ni.
mo tẹ̀lé ní kó má parẹ́ máyé náà because àwọn nǹkan tí mo ṣe máa jẹ́ lórílẹ̀-èdè yìí kó lè ṣojú ẹ̀ kó rí torí mo ṣe máa bá Tinubu ya fọ́tò, mo ṣe máa ṣọ̀sẹ̀ kan ní Aso Rock kí n kàn bá rìn ká torí mo ti gbà tí Goodluck wà ọ̀rẹ́ mi ní Goodluck ń tà ní pé lẹ́yìn yẹn léni ṣebí ibì kan nìyẹn òun ló ṣe tó create room fún mi ní Aso Rock.
arákùnrin David Timilehin sọ pé ọ̀rọ̀ náà àfi bí èdì bí àṣàṣì tún ni pẹ̀lú kò yé òun rárá, bí ìgbà tó jẹ́ pé Ògùn ní Tibetan sà sí òun ni láti gba owó rọ̀gùrọ̀gù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ òun. Ẹ̀yin ènìyàn, ìwé Síkẹ̀ 34 láti ẹsẹ̀ kìíní sọ wípé ègbé ni fún olùṣọ́ àgùntàn tó ń tọ́jú ara wọn nìkan láì bìkítà fún àwọn àgùntàn rẹ̀. Ṣé ó dára kí olùṣọ́ àgùntàn ṣe aláìtọ́jú agbo rẹ̀ bí? Ìwé mímọ́ ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ṣé ni Timilehin bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń bẹ gbogbo ìjọ Celestial Church káàkiri àgbáyé kí wọ́n gba òun lọ́wọ́ wòlíì Tibetan, kí gbogbo Kristẹni káàkiri àgbáyé máa gba àdúrà fún òun báyìí. Ó ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ìjọ Celestial Church pàápàá ní Amẹ́ríkà, London, Canada àti Dublin ni wọn kò mọ ẹni tí Tibetan jẹ́ rárá. Wọ́n kàn ń pè ní ènìyàn Ọlọ́run ni, ṣùgbọ́n òkùnkùn nínú ìmọ́lẹ̀ ni, tó jọ wípé ó sì ti fi agbára òkùnkùn bà ayé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ jẹ́ ní òkè òkun àti ní Nàìjíríà. Ṣùgbọ́n ó jọ wípé oògùn àṣegbé tí alàgbà yìí ṣe máa ń ra àwọn ènìyàn níyè ni tí wọn kò sì ní lè sọ̀rọ̀ síta. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ènìyàn ló tilẹ̀ sọ pé ó yẹ kí ẹgbẹ́ ká dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ arákùnrin tí ó fi ojú jọ olóòótọ́ yìí, ṣùgbọ́n tí ìhùwàsí rẹ̀ jìnnà sí òdodo Kristi. Tí ìwọ bá jẹ́ babaláwo, jẹ́ babaláwo. Tí ìwọ ó bá jẹ́ òṣoko, jẹ́ òṣoko. Tí ìwọ ó bá jẹ́ ọ̀ṣàkà, jẹ́ ọ̀ṣàkà. Inú ewu ńlá ni arákùnrin David Timilehin wà báyìí, nítorí pé ó ní àwọn àfojúsùn tí òun rí fi hàn wípé gbogbo ọ̀nà pátá ni wòlíì Marcus Tibetan àti arábìnrin Omolara Akintonde fẹ́ fi ṣe òun ní ìjàmbá kí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí bá lè kú pátápátá.
Gbogbo iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe, gbogbo plan tó ń plan láti pé tó lọ divide papọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn ọlọ́pàá tó ń try àti implicate rẹ̀ so that wọ́n lè sọ fún wọn fẹ́ ààrẹ, wọ́n lè gbé pé wọ́n kàn ààrẹ ìsìyàn kí wọ́n parọ́ mọ́yàn nǹkan tó pé èèyàn ṣe nǹkan tí èèyàn ò ṣe so that wọ́n lè fi èmi kọ́ wọ́n lè fọmọ ẹ̀ sí àhámọ́, so ọmọ yìí lè sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́. Ó máa di pé àwa máa bọ́ síta máa sọ̀rọ̀ pé ṣèbí bákan ṣe kíníkà ọ̀pọ̀ pàṣípàá a máa sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé ó fẹ́ sọ òótọ́ di rọ́mọ́yàn lọ́wọ́. So gbogbo ọwọ́ tó ń dá ìyàpọ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ́lọ́run tún láṣìírí àṣírí ògbò. Mo ti gbọ́ méjèèjì yẹn more than 7 times. Àtẹni tí mi ò mọ̀, àtẹni tí mi ò tiẹ̀ pè tó gbé ìpínlẹ̀ tí ọ̀fọ̀ rẹ̀ wá akọ̀rẹ́dẹ́ pè mí. Ẹlòmíì tó ní direct contact ní gbàgbọ́n ó pè èèyàn tó mọ̀ mí tó kàn sọ nǹkan báyìí fún mi báyìí. Ọlọ́run jì báyìí papọ̀. Ó máa wá júwe ilé ara rẹ̀, ó máa wá júwe ara rẹ̀ fún àwọn ògùn tó sẹ́ni. Everybody knows I do forex trading and into real estate. Ìgbà tí mo competition against EFCC up to now, wòlíì oṣó yẹn kò sọ̀rọ̀ látọjọ́ sí, even ó ti block ara rẹ̀ from every WhatsApp tí mo ti ń bá sọ̀rọ̀. The same thing Akintonde, Omolara Olúdé, bẹ́ẹ̀ Omolara Olúdé ni bẹ́ẹ̀ Omolara Akintonde àkọmọlé tó ń jẹ́nu méjèèjì, èèyàn náà ti block ara rẹ̀ from everywhere. So iṣẹ́ tí wòlíì òkùnkùn yẹn ń ṣe ni pé everything lè die down. So sọ́ngbà yẹn pé tó wá sínú bí ẹni tó wá ń sọ tó wá ń message mi wípé good news or bad news everything just lasts for 3 months. Lẹ́yìn 3 months tó bá tún sọ wá ní pé kó tún sọ míì.
Mi ò nílò láti bẹ́ẹ̀ níbọ̀dì lóhùn. Jẹ́ kẹ́bí aláriwo kó máa pariwo ẹ̀ lọ. Any good news or bad news will only be in the air for 3 months. Ọ̀rọ̀ rere, ọ̀rọ̀ burúkú, wọ́n fi bàyẹ̀ jẹ́, wọ́n fi tún ẹ̀ ṣe. Wọ́n máa tán bá sọ́sọ́sọ́sọ́ òpin ẹ̀ oṣù mẹ́ta. Tó bá tún wá dálẹ̀ lẹ́yìn oṣù mẹ́ta, wọ́n náà ò dẹ̀ wá nǹkan míì mú ṣe.
Ó ti sọ yẹn sílẹ̀, ó ti fi yẹn ṣe mọ́ra iṣẹ́. So bẹ́ẹ̀ ti ṣe silence ní ìsinmi, ó ti rò pé òun ti ń jẹ lọ lójú ara rẹ̀. So bẹ́ẹ̀ ti ṣe silence ní ìsinmi, ó wá ń dá ọgbọ́n láti implicate ara rẹ̀, because that was the message tí mo ti ń gbọ́ nìyẹn. More than 7 places àwọn èèyàn ti pè mí pé ó ń dá ọgbọ́n tó àti implicate ara rẹ̀, wọ́n ń try àti àpòrọ̀mọ́ ní tako ní wọ́n try àti kọ́ àti ẹ̀sìn kan tí yàn ṣe wọ́n pé èèyàn ṣe sọ́dọ̀ àti wọ́n lè fi ọmọ ẹ̀ sáàsì àtìmọ́lé. So èèyàn kò ní sí ẹ̀yìn tó máa tú àṣírí ẹ̀ mọ́ nípa ọ̀rọ̀ ilẹ̀ yẹn. so inú àwa dùn àwa bọ́ síta àwa ní pé wọ́n ti fọmọ wọn láti mọ̀ lẹ́sìn owó náà ti gbólọ́ jí ní àwọn máa parọ́ mọ́yàn àwọn nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn àwọn iṣẹ́ tó ń tọ́ àti ṣe nìyẹn sìn ó ti ṣe yẹn ó ti sẹ́yìn sọ́tà àwọn EFCC nísìnyí dábìlì ṣe wá dàbí pẹ́ẹ́rẹ́ ti silent nísìnyí ó wá ń dá ọgbọ́n because gbogbo ọ̀nà tó ti gbà spiritually ọlọ́run ò gbà fún ọlọ́run ti lẹ̀kùn mọ́ ọlọ́run iṣẹ́ ibi tó ń ọlọ́run dàlẹ́ lórí lágbára ọlọ́run ibi tó báyìí orí ẹ̀mọ́ ló máa lọ gbogbo yẹn báyìí sìn kò rí ìyẹn kò rí jẹ lọ́nbẹ̀ yẹn ó wá ń dá ọgbọ́n physically àwọn ọgbọ́n tó ń dá nìyẹn sìn because nǹkan tí more than 7 people ti pè yàn wọ́n ti sọ fún yàn tó ti sàṣẹ message fún yàn kò sí lọ́nbẹ̀ so olóyè kí n máa sọ sí dancing so should anything like that happen ọ̀dọ̀ Tibetan ló ti wá mi ò bá anybody jà èmi ò lọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ èmi jẹ́jẹ́ mò ń lọ mi ò bá yẹn anybody ò pa business papọ̀ wọ́n máa gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ owó àbí kí ní ọ̀rọ̀ business ilé náà ni kí Tibetan tó introduce sí yàn tó ló ń jẹ́ Omolara táàrí owó táàrí kí ní ìsìtàrẹ̀ nípa gbogbo wọn lówó tó ń tó pé lálá lórí pé ńlá pò ní gbówó sílẹ̀ tó pé bẹ̀sí kan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ó ní Tinubu ti fún lọ́fíìsì ní Aso Rock tó fọ̀dá rí pé òun dáwó padà àbí ìtumọ̀ tó wá sínú DM tó ń sọ fún mi tó wọ́n ti fún lọ́fíìsì yẹn kíní kan òun bọ̀ fún inauguration Tinubu invite òun ìbọn tí àti brag ni fún mi lọ́wọ́ mi tó gbà lọ́wọ́ mi mo bí ẹ́ gbogbo lè tó ń sọ yẹn ò kàn mí Tinubu bá fún ẹ lọ́fíìsì ní Aso Rock kàn mí dá owó mi padà lè mi sọ so gbogbo connection tó nígbà tó ń try àti lò láti fi rope rẹ̀ so ló jẹ́ kí n máa sọ̀rọ̀ síta ń sìn so that a lè wà on record gbogbo ayé lè gbọ́ gbogbo ọ̀nà tó ń gbà Omolara olùdí àbí Omolara Akintonde oní ògbó lọ́wọ́ méjì lọ gbowó lọ́wọ́ Tibetan ní pé òun gbowó lọ́wọ́ gbóhùn tí kò fa Akintonde kékeré ní ọmọ gbowó lọ́wọ́ Akintonde àwọn méjèèjì wọn ń da ọmọ wọn síra àmọ́ wọn lé mú jẹ́ o ìlú kan lóye sí mi ọlọ́run máa ṣe ìlọ́pọ̀ máa ṣe lè fọmọ tuntun wọn ọmọ tí wọn lákòjọ lágbára ọlọ́run because oògùn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ ni wọ́n gbà tí wọ́n dẹ̀ tó ń dà síra ọdún Akintonde mo sọ fún Akintonde ń jẹ Omolara Akintonde mo sọ fún yín pé ó sọ fún Sahara wípé ó mọ̀ mí wípé wù Timilehin pé what do you call his name so mo ní ó yẹ kó stand on that statement because mi ò fún on a norm mi ò fún lówó àti Tibetan ni mo fún lówó. ẹmọ tẹ́yìn ti ṣe mistake mà jẹ́ kí n sọ nígbà tẹ fún Mr. Wòlíì report bọ́ra wọn ní pé ẹ̀yin lẹ contact wọn according bó ṣe sọ lórí TV wọn ó yẹ kẹ́ sọ fún wọn báyẹ sọ àbẹ́yẹ kọ́ bẹ́yẹ sọ bẹ́yẹ kọ́ fún àwọn ẹni báyẹ kọ́ fún wò ẹ bá sọ fún bẹ́yẹ sọ fún àwọn Sahara pé ẹ mọ̀ mí ẹ mọ̀ David yẹn ẹ bá ti sọ fún the same thing fún Mr. Wò pé ẹ mọ̀ mí ọwọ́ Daddy Marcus lẹ ti gba owó Daddy Marcus lẹ ti gba owó. So kí David kó lọ bá ẹni tó gba owó lọ́wọ́ gba owó lọ́wọ́ David mo support yín o ẹyẹ mọ́mí mo support yín on that point pé ẹ gbowó lọ́wọ́ mi.
mo dúró òun lè dictate fún anybody bó ṣe fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀.
mi ò dictate ẹ̀yin ilé ẹ̀fẹ́ gbọ́dọ̀ mi báyìí ẹ̀yin ilé ẹ̀fẹ́ gbọ́dọ̀ ti tèmi. mo ní wípé ẹ sọ wípé mò ń parọ́ mọ́ yín mo ní mo fẹ́ kẹ́ sọ fún wọn pé gbowó lọ́wọ́ because mo ń sọ lẹ́yìn yín pé under legal action mi ò ní láti máa bèrè lọ́wọ́ yín lọ́yà lọ́wọ́ pé a máa wọ́n bèrè lọ́wọ́ yín náà mo ní èmi o pé Tibetan ló gba owó lọ́wọ́ mi and he need 67 million from me.
mo dúró.
so gbogbo lọ́pẹ́ àkókò ọ̀gbà owó kékeré yín fi èmi pé ẹ jẹ́ kí mi máa bèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ fún ẹ̀kọ́ yọra yín kúrò mẹ́ pé mọ David rí o gbọ́ lọ David o ọwọ́ Daddy Marcus lẹ ti gbowó ẹ jẹ́ kí David lọ gba owó ẹ̀ka lọ́wọ́ Daddy Marcus so òun lọ́wọ́ owó ìṣẹ́ sẹ́ndì owó sí yín òun ló dẹ̀ mọ́ bó ti máa padà gbà lọ́wọ́ yín I hate the fact that pé mò ń yìnbọn pé mò ń káàkiri pé mò ń bá padà méjì jà òun yẹn gangan ni ó gbowó lọ́wọ́ mi òun ní kò ìdánwò padà nígbà tí mo fẹ́ gba lọ́ọ̀yà òun ló ní kí n bá gba lọ́ọ̀yà ó ló máa pílẹ̀ ta méjì àwọn àkáǹtì sẹ́ndì owó sí àkáǹtì náà máa fi dáwọ́ yẹn padà padà.
gbogbo ọ̀nà tó ń gbà yìí spiritually ọlọ́màdínà mọ́ gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ tó ń gbà náà tó ń tà àti lọ rúpa rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn ọlọ́pàá àbí gbogbo ẹni pọ̀ tó bá fẹ́ kó bá òkú lò ọlọ́màdínà mọ́. I have no conclusion in my comfort. I do my forex trading I have records on all those things. Ẹ máa wo orúkọ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí irú Mohbad báyìí sìn bàtà ti try àti pamọ́ yẹn spiritually tí ọlọ́run gbà fún wọn wọ́n fi di pé wọ́n gbọ́gun lábẹ́rẹ́ ènìyàn orí ọ̀sẹ̀ tèmi èmi ò pín lè fún bẹ́ẹ̀ èyí tó bọ̀dẹ̀ ń jẹ́ ní gẹ́gẹ́ tèmi èmi ò ní kí sáájú ògo mi ẹni bá rò sí mi òun ló máa fúri ẹ̀gbẹ́ àtọmọ àti ilé títí dé wọn keje ìdáyẹ̀ òní kúrò nílé wọn. onímọ̀ fi ń sọ ilé títà ń sìn káwọn èèyàn gbọ́ because lọ́jọ́ ara ẹ̀ ó ti ṣiṣẹ́ ìbáyìí sí gbẹ́yà lórí ti die down Sahara Reporters wọ́n post ẹ̀ bàtà di ẹlẹ́kejì wọ́n ti lọ fún wọn lówó àbí kí ni lè sọ bá ti mọ fún wọn ní story second story tí wọ́n mú story yẹn wọn post ẹ̀ wọ́n kọ́ títí wọ́n yí padà wọ́n post nǹkan tẹ̀lé fún wọn TheCable náà àwọn post forward fún wọn second one àwọn náà wọ́n ti change the case wọ́n ti change the story àwọn tẹ̀ tún post Omolara Akintonde yẹn fún ara wọn wọ́n tẹ̀ tún àwọn tún post Omolara Akintonde gbé story títí ẹ̀ story tẹ̀lé fún àwọn àbútó lẹ́yìn àwọn èyí báyìí sìn wọ́n ti lóde àwọn báyìí sìn wọ́n ti manipulate àwọn wọ̀nyẹn bí àwọn ti fún wọn lówó ni àwọn èèyàn lè sọ tọ́mọ́ ń sìn. so lójú ara ẹ̀ wọ́n lò pé òun ti silence everything ẹgbẹ́ gbogbo àwọn sources tí mo lò láti máa fi tó àṣírí wọn wọ́n try àti block so bọ́yẹ̀ ń try àti block yìí báyìí sìn pé sẹ́bi tí bàjẹ́ pé tí màá rẹ́ ní sọ̀tà àti lò láti fi tó àṣírí wọn so that every talent àwọn á lè máa gbé ìgbésẹ̀ àkóbá fún ara wọn so that àwọn èèyàn ọmọ á fi sọ irọ́ di òótọ́ so ọ̀pọ̀ tó ń dá nìyẹn ń sìn so mo ní kí n sọ yẹn báyìí ń sìn kó wà ní káyé máa tó gbogbo yẹn máa gbọ́ gbogbo ọ̀pọ̀ tó ń dá tó Ọlọ́run tú láṣìírí owó yẹn ti wà lọ́wọ́ wọn náà for the past 1.5 years mo fún lówó yẹn ní February 2022 and now a wà ní September kan ti tán so this is oṣù kẹsàn-án that the money has been with them for the past 1 year 7 months. Owó ìwà lọ́wọ́ wọn ń sìn tí wọ́n dẹ̀ return owó Tibetan ní kí ló máa gbowó lọ́wọ́ Akintonde Omolara Akintonde ní kí ló máa gbowó lọ́wọ́ Tibetan àwọn méjì wọ́n dára wọn síra mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ fún wọn mọ̀ fún àwọn méjì wọ́n kàn tàtàrà wọn mo mọ̀ fún wọn kàn tàtàrà wọn because tẹ́lẹ̀ Tibetan ó ń play game bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé òun ò mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń lọ pẹ̀lú Akintonde and whereas nígbà tí wọ́n kọ́ fún olùmọ̀ọ́fà Akintonde this is what you should tell me. Tí bá dọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀ a ní pé a máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé òun gbé ìjà yàn and in reality irọ́ ló ń pa.
so ní sùúrù mo débẹ̀ tán náà tí mo dúdú mọ rẹ́nì tó fẹ́ rà láti Amẹ́ríkà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ×2 the price ṣebí wàá dúpẹ́ ilẹ̀ wàá dẹ̀ mú forward.
ó dà sà mo ti kọ́ sà.
ní sùúrù ibi tó bá ti rí mi ní ìdúró anytime tí tó máa fi kú tí tèmi náà máa fi kú ó yẹ kó mọ̀ pé your interest is protected. ní sùúrù ṣùdìbọ̀ ṣe la máa ní sùúrù mọ́ bọ̀ ó ṣeré dọ́dọ̀ wa ni àbí kò yẹ ó dọ́dọ̀ wa bí wọn náà ṣe dọ́dọ̀ mi náà ló dọ́dọ̀ wa àbí kò yẹ tó ní sùúrù. ìkan ńlá tá a máa jọ ṣe náà pọ̀ náà lélẹ̀ yìí èmi náà lè sọ fún pé tó bá pẹ́ mi ò sí láyé ṣe bó ṣe máa ṣọmọ mi rè simple.
ẹ ṣe sà.
má bínú I know what you are passing and we are both from Ondo State now ní sùúrù. jẹ́ kí n máa tẹ̀lé lọ bẹ́ẹ̀. àti bí àwọn tó lọ sí wàhálà ti fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀lẹ̀ lánàá ń sè mo tún bẹ̀ wọ́n àwọn ọba àlùmí àtàwọn youth wọn náà lọ sóde ìrèlè wọn fẹ́ lọ jà ló bá dẹ̀ ti já tìrèlè tí wọ́n máa wá sí kó wá mú àṣàbí náà lẹ́kí ló dá láwọn fáìlì fún ṣé ló máa dàbẹ́ pé ó káyàn lára kó ká mi lára náà there is nothing there. nígbà tí èèyàn ò gbàgbára fún mi ṣé mo fẹ́ máa jà fún yẹn ni kí n fẹ́ ṣe káyé lè fún mi ní máàlì.
lórí kìíní ẹ̀ sàtẹ́ bá tẹ̀ létè máa tẹ̀ ní kẹ́ máa tẹ̀ dáhùn gbogbo kìíní tó ń sún yẹn bá ní kẹ́ máa dáhùn.
náà mi ò dá sí i mò ń bẹ àwọn pípọ̀ yẹn pé kọ́ máa tiẹ̀ dá sí rárá ni ṣùgbọ́n mo sọ fún ẹ ṣùgbọ́n mo sọ fún àwọn ọmọ mi ṣùgbọ́n mo sọ fún àwọn Táíwò àtàwọn Kẹ́hìndé ṣe fún wọn rí lẹ́yìn gbàdúrà lè máa fún mi àwọn ọmọ mi náà máa sọ wọn that do you know you are above all these things now lẹ́yìn ìsìn ambassador wa tó wà bí Ọlọ́run fẹ́ gbé mi jáde lọ jẹ ọmọ nínú tó wà lẹ́mbàsì Nàìjíríà bí ẹ̀dọ́ kúrò mẹ́tẹ́rà tẹ́ tó ṣe gbé wa ẹ̀sà ẹ̀wọ́ èjì mi náà ń ṣe kí ìyá máa tẹ̀lé lọ àṣàbí tó ń kó kámẹ́rà káàkiri títì. mi ò dá sí ọmọ mi ò dá sí mo ti bẹ̀ wọ́n.
ẹ má dá gbogbo òun yẹn lẹ̀ gbogbo yẹn náà wọn because tẹ́ bá tún sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ ń sẹ́ wọ́n máa jẹ́ kó máa fẹ̀ lójú àwọn ẹlòmíì máa fi yẹn gba orúkọ máa fi ṣe kí n sọ ìbá tẹ.
wọ́n máa dà á sí ẹgbẹ́ náà mọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ mo tẹ̀ ẹ̀sẹ̀ sí ẹ.
bẹ́ẹ̀ sà.
mi kò ní ìṣòro kan má jà dorí mi kan fi lẹ̀ And when we interview, what are we defending? What the hell are we defending? What is not real is not real. So I can't be no more. What you take? Call up Omolara and David. So bad that we don't do that now.
Hello, sir.
My worry, my bill.
Hello, sir. Should I? Hello, sir.
Wọ́n dáwọ́ padà wọ́n lágbára fún àwọn ọmọ èèyàn ìbísẹ̀ bọ́ọ̀ ló ń bú àwọn politician pé àwọn politician jalè wọ́n ṣe bá wọ́n ṣàwo ó ṣe wá gba owó lọ́wọ́ ọmọlọ́mọ náà tó owó òun ò dá padà ọwọ́ àkáǹtì lówó wọ̀ wá ní kọ́mọ ló máa béèrè owó lọ́wọ́ ẹni tí ò sanwó fún náà ti ṣe orú ẹ̀ ṣé òfin Nàìjíríà fàyè ìgbàlùkọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ni.
Hello, ẹ kúrò lẹ́mọ̀. David ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ Timilehin. Àlàáfíà yìí mà. Mr. Tibetan sọ fún mi pé ẹ ti wà ní Nàìjíríà. Àdúgbò sọ fún wọn pé ẹ̀yin ò ní ṣe pẹ̀lú nǹkan kan. Pé tí mo pè é kì í ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ ìjà o, mo kàn fẹ́ béèrè question kan ni péré. Because mi ò like bí mo ṣe mention Mr. Tibetan tí mo dẹ̀ mention orúkọ yín mi ò like ẹ̀ because Mr. Tibetan ni mo kó fún mi ò like bí ó ṣe orúkọ tí yín ṣe wá wọ̀ nínú. So and then based on interview tí àwọn Sahara ṣe pẹ̀lú yín tẹ́ ẹ sọ wípé tíyàn bá ra nǹkan tí ò dẹ̀ láìsí nǹkan tó sanwó fún ṣèbí á dẹ̀ padà lọ bá ẹni tó fún lówó á dẹ̀ gbọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé ṣe ẹni yẹn ò dé lórí wọ́n tó kó fún pé ṣe kò gbọ́dọ̀ gbé lórí nígbà tí ẹni máa béèrè ó padà I was just trying to quote your word man. So ṣé Mr. Tibetan kó owó yẹn fún yín kí n mọ̀ bóyá wọ́n ní mo ti fẹ́ gbọ́ owó àbọ̀wọ́ Mr. Tibetan. Nǹkan ẹ̀kọ́ tí mo kọ́ fẹ́ mọ̀ nìyẹn. Mo gbọ́dọ̀ yín mà. Láti lórí pẹ̀sẹ̀ àwọn tàṣà mà.
Mo ní nọ́mbà ẹ̀ tí mo ṣe ti nọ́mbà mi ìpè.
Nọ́mbà mi ní ìpè yín. Lórí tún nọ́mbà tí mo fi pè é last time kì í ṣe nọ́mbà mi kọ́ mo gbà yẹn ni. But ẹni pẹ́ tí unblock me now I'm calling you from my Airtel line. Nọ́mbà mi mo fi ń pè yín.
Nínú rò pé èmi ló yẹ kó máa béèrè pọ́ńtò ìwé. Ìsáyé ìṣàkóso bá pè ní ọrọ̀ àti ẹ̀gbọ́n mi kọ́ ni ó yẹ kó béèrè pọ́ńtò ìwé. Wọ́n ti fún ayé àgbá ìṣèlú fún ọ̀sẹ̀ bí nígbà ọ̀sẹ̀ tí bá ń jẹ́ ìyá rẹ̀. Wọ́n ti fún ọ tí lọ́yà àgbà ti gbà kú tó lọ gbọ́rọ̀ pé tó ń lo orúkọ mi láti fi polówó ara ẹ̀. Èmi àti ẹ̀ lọ́rọ̀ ní àti ẹ̀ wọ́n lè ó ní pé tí wọ́n lè àgbà ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ wọ́n ti fọ́n ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ balẹ̀. Ìgbà bó tó gbowó ẹ̀ lọ.
Mọ́mì mo mọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ ẹ ti dáhùn question mi ni màá kọ́ tó gbé sọ̀rọ̀ nìyẹn. Màmá mo fẹ́ drop mi ò fẹ́ máa dárúkọ yín mọ́ ni mo fi ń béèrè question yẹn. Tó wọn kówó fún yín. Màmá èmi ni mo ní owó náà títà tí Mr. Tibetan ni wọ́n kówó fún yín. Ẹ̀yin eléyìí èmi ni mo send owó sí Mr. Tibetan. Èmi ni mo send owó màmá kì í ṣe pé mo interview yín. Èmi ni mo ń béèrè direct question. Èmi ni mo ní owó. Mr. Tibetan dẹ̀ claim tí wọ́n fún yín. So ẹ̀yin fúnra yín ẹ̀yin fúnra yín agree. Màmá mi ò lè ṣe meeting because kó tó di pé mo send owó sí Mr. Tibetan mi ò ṣe meeting pẹ̀lú wọn. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìkọ́ni mo sọ fún mo ní kó béèrè lọ́wọ́ lọ́ọ̀yà ẹ̀ tí sink tí ẹ ò bá sọ fún kì í ṣèyàn lọ́hùn. If not owó wọnú àkáǹtì ẹ èèyàn sọ owó fún ẹ even ẹni yẹn mo ti fẹ́ gba lọ́ọ̀yà wọ́n ní kí n má gba lọ́ọ̀yà ìpè ìwù sálàtì pé o máa sálàtì lọ́ọ̀yà. Okay ó dẹ̀ kílẹ̀ gbọ́ òfò ògùngbò lọ́wọ́ mi mo sẹ́ni 67 million sí ẹ mi ò tiẹ̀ rántí ẹ̀mí ló pé 65 mo sẹ́ni sí ẹ ọ̀hún tí mo tó rí nínú statement pé 67 million ló mo sẹ́ni sí ẹ ó dẹ̀ ní pé ó kó 65 million fún Akintonde náà owó kù ọmọ ẹ̀ bíi 2 million àti 1.5 million sọ́wọ́ ẹ owó yẹn o rí tán ẹ̀ fún mi ó dẹ̀ ń sọ lórí kíní pé o gba commission.
mo ti ní kò ní sùúrù kí n dé bẹ̀ kí n lè gba ìwé àti everything fún ẹ̀ bọ́n fàtó bá ló fẹ́ lọ takú sẹ́kọ̀ọ́ fún wa ní bóyá kí wọ́n máa arrange owó ẹ̀ fún ẹ̀ka lè free.
tí wọ́n máa ní
torí mi ò lè nígbà tó san gbogbo owó yẹn àsọmọ mi ò rò pé mo gba commission o yóò pé mo ní problem.
So now the 1.5 million tó kù sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ìgbò ló wà ó dẹ̀ ń kílẹ̀ pé òògùn bọ́lọ́ mi kí ló dé tí mi ò mọ èyí mo fẹ́ ní jẹ because now wọ́n ti mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ come back to my senses ọba alágbogbo ọgbọ́n yìí nìke o ti gbìyànjú òkùnkùn Ọlọ́run gbà fún ẹ o fọlọ́ dọ́gbọ́n pọ̀ láwọn àwọn olófin tó bá gbé Nàìjíríà jẹ́ ìlú kan tí òfin wà ìjọ yẹ kíyàn ló máa lọ ọlọ́pàá láti máa fi ṣàkóbá fún yàn ẹni tó jẹ́ lóòótọ́ èèyàn ń jà èrò lè ẹni ẹ̀dá ń béèrè ẹ̀tọ́ ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ọwọ́ fẹ́ máa lọ ọlọ́pàá láti máa lọ ọlọ́pàá láti máa bèèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹni nǹkan tí yóò jẹ torí pé o fẹ́ kó lè wà ní àhámọ́ tí Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ nígbà fún ẹ sódà àti wọn kò ní lè sọ̀rọ̀ síta mọ́ ó sọ tó bá rò pé ó fẹ́ kó ti fẹ́ nára ẹ̀ sọ ṣé mo pé kò máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ gbàùgbà ó sọ fún mi pé you will find problem from another source mo ní lórí conversation only you cross red line ọmọ ìlú máa cross red line only you will find problem from another source ọmọ ìlú máa find problem from another source gbogbo àkóbá tó yẹ sílẹ̀ ọmọ ìlú máa forí ko òun fún ẹ̀fẹ́ náà rẹ̀ sọ but àwọn ọmọ ìlú ní kò dẹ̀ ní kò lé wọn títí lọ di 7th generation wọn so kí èèyàn gbó lọ́wọ́ yẹn for the past 1.5 years kó dẹ̀ ti máa lérí kọ́kọ́ tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ bí ó mọ̀ ní Nàìjíríà kò sí kọ́ tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ìjọ ó lè dánwó wò ní UK tó ń lọ yẹn UK tó máa ń lọ yẹn ó lè dánwó wò ń bẹ̀ Ireland tó lọ fún àwọn family ẹ̀ tó lè dánwó wò ń bẹ̀ US tó máa ń lọ yẹn tó lè dánwó wò ń bẹ̀ àmọ́ ìbí máa gbówó mi lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ òun mo lè fẹ́ lówó sí òdòdó bàbá mi tó ń padà ó mọ̀ ń lo Akintonde Omolara Akintonde láti fi cause distraction ni láti lè máa fi manipulate àwọn láti lè manipulate àwọn èèyàn tó ń gbọ́ story yẹn so àti story yẹn ló wà straight forward ó ń lo woman yẹn láti fi manipulate ni wọ́n ní mo send owó sí very simple I send money to your account send the money back to me ó wá sọ fún mi lọ pé 60 million mo máa gbọ́ padà nígbà tí mi jẹ́ sí mọ̀ pé 67 million mo sẹ́ni sí because this tí mo sọ fún report mo fún àwọn Sahara ń gbà yẹn láàrọ̀ àti TheCable ni pé 65 million naira later pé àwọn finance pé 67 million ló gbà lọ́wọ́ mi ó dẹ̀ ní pé òun gba commission ó dẹ̀ fi 65 million jẹ́jẹ́ 2 million tó kù nǹkan ìgbò ló wà lẹ́nu ìgbà tí kéèsì yìí ṣẹlẹ̀ tí kéèsì gbé tí mò ń béèrè omi lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ sìn eléyìí tí mò ń gbé ẹ̀ẹ̀mejì ni wọ́n ti ṣẹ́yọ níta ókè ìkan nínú ilé ìdè tí kò sí ọ̀lẹ́mìtọ́dì spoke gbogbo nínú ilé ọlọ́run ṣẹ́gun yẹn mo tún sùn ní almost ní past 12 midnight òjò rọ̀ iná dẹ̀ wà ọlọ́run ló kí security máa wà ń ta àwọn ló pè mí pé smoke gbé iná yọ ń ta o ìyẹn tẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ ń pè mú kọ́ àkílẹ̀ lè ń pè mí fún ní time yìí godson mi tẹ̀sí wàá sùn mi ti wá sọ́jẹ́ mo kàn mo ka news lórí mo wo news àmúbẹ̀wò YouTube video mo wà pé àtàwọn ẹ̀dọ́ kílẹ̀ lè ń pè mí fún time mo kàn gbé kọ́lẹ̀ ẹ̀ ìmọ̀déta òjò rọ̀ iná dẹ̀ ń jó nínú òjò yẹn to the glory of God ọlọ́run bá wọn ta jẹ́ ọ̀tọ̀ ni kíyàn jí ìgbà kan náà ni ara yàn kọ́ máa wúwo mi ò gbé kankan mi ò ṣiṣẹ́ agbára yóò lè dùn àìdí ìtò trade kára máa ròyìn bẹ́ni yàn ṣiṣẹ́ I went to do test wọ́n ní kò sí kankan tó ṣe mí I'm doing fine but to the glory of God ọlọ́run sí bàmọ̀ wọn jẹ́ gbogbo nǹkan ló ti ṣe gbogbo ọ̀nà ló ti gbà a true prophet of God kò ní gba owó lọ́wọ́ èèyàn prophet ló pè rà ẹ́ ok ìwọ fún ẹ lójíṣẹ́ pé kí n ṣọ́ra ike wòlíì pé kí n ṣọ́ra fún àwọn wòlíì kùkù pé wọ́n fẹ́ sẹ́ẹ̀tì ọmọ up fún mi àtẹ̀yìnwá àtẹ̀yìnbọ̀ ìwọ ló try àti sẹ́ẹ̀tì ọmọ up fún mi ọmọ rẹ̀ ní ọgbà ó ní kí n ṣọ́ra fún wòlíì wípé wọ́n fẹ́ máa gbáyàn.
ṣọ́ra wọ́n dẹ̀ ní kó tí wọ́n máa gbàdúrà gbọ́dọ̀ àtẹ̀rà mẹ́sìn increase ìdámẹ́wàá ẹ̀ dẹ̀ má bọ́ olùṣọ́ àìbùn tó wọ́n kó wò pọ̀ dẹ̀ má bẹ anybody ṣe anything business.
àtẹ̀yìnwá àtẹ̀yìnbọ̀ owó náà lè tó pè mí òfògùn gbó lọ́wọ́ mi ó gba $67 million lọ́wọ́ mi èmi sọ pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ statement tó àṣírí pé $67 million mo tẹ̀lé sí ẹ. ṣé wòlé ọlọ́run nìyẹn já ṣé wòlé ọlọ́run á lè máa ṣe nǹkan fẹ́ yẹn tó mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ fúnra rẹ̀ ó mú nǹkan tó ń ṣe sí mi yìí òun fúnra rẹ̀ ó ti fẹ́ nára ẹ̀ sọ and I have the record.
gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n mọ̀ nípa ọ̀rọ̀ yìí náà ni wọ́n sọ wípé ó jọ wípé ẹ̀mí òkùnkùn pátápátá ni wòlíì Tibetan ń lò lórí pé ó fẹ́ pa àwọn náà lára lọ́nà kọnà ni ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọlọ́run ni ò dá ẹ̀mí àwọn èèyàn yìí légbodò tó dá ẹ̀mí wọn sí.
bí wọ́n má jẹ́ rí irú wọn mọ́ o láti ìgbà tí mo ti dé ayé mi ò rí irú kan tí mo rí ní church yẹn mi ò rí rí. My husband was ọ̀rẹ́kì ọkọ mi kó olówó tó fowó ṣàánú ni. owó ká fi àkàrà ìyá jọ nínú ká fi sẹ́nu ká dákẹ́. ṣé bus kan ṣì wà ní red bus ṣé ó ṣì wà ní church. ọkọ mi ló fún wọn ní bọ́ọ̀sì yẹn láti London ló ti send bọ́ọ̀sì yẹn. ó ní ká gbé fún àwọn àbúrò òun bàbá ń pé kọ́ máa fi ṣe bọ́ọ̀sì kọ́ máa fi kọ́ gbé fún àwọn èèyàn àwọn tó máa ń sanwó díẹ̀díẹ̀ yẹn. bàbá ní pé wọn ò lè ṣe é pé kó gbé wá ká gbé wá sọ́dọ̀ wọn. My husband has said okay o kọ́ tún ṣe. My husband sent money kọ́ tún mọ́tò yẹn ṣe. ìgbà tó tókè mọ́tò yẹn ti dá o. My husband said bàbá àwọn ọmọ tí ò rí nǹkan ṣe nínú church àwọn school bọ́ọ̀sì tí ayé wọn kọ́ ló máa fi ṣiṣẹ́ kọ́ máa rí owó ná tó ń rí iṣẹ́ ṣe sọ́ra they will not be useless wọn kàn ní máa fi church bọ́ọ̀sì rẹ̀ ó wà ń bẹ̀ fọ́. bàbá túbọ̀ kọ́ mi ralẹ̀ ní Ọbásanjọ́ farm àti ìwé ilẹ̀ àti ilẹ̀ tó wà lọ́wọ́ wọn ó bá $1 million lọ́ra ilẹ̀ yẹn. ẹ wò ó kí lẹ ń sọ ó ká ṣáà máa dúpẹ́ èmi gan Ọlọ́run ló gbà mí ẹ̀rẹ̀ sọ́kọ́ náà lẹ̀ ń gbé ẹ̀rẹ̀ ní ẹ̀mú kan mí mọ́ ilẹ̀ àti kíní kò sí kankan. mo sọ ọkọ mi pé kọ́kọ́ mi jẹ́ kí n lọ gba ìwé ilẹ̀ yẹn ọkọ mi ní pé kí n gbàgbé ẹ̀ pé kó má tún máa fi ìyẹn kó má tún fi wá nǹkan míì sọ pé òun ṣoore fún wọn ò sí kíní kan wọn ò móre. àníyàwó wọn tẹ́ bá ti ibi tó bèrè tí ń sọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ pẹ̀gbẹ́ nǹkan tó ń ṣe yóò dáa o irọ́ ò kò ṣe tiwọn ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀pẹ́ ló máa wà tìgbé èèyàn wà pẹ̀lú yìí kò ní rí nǹkan kan ẹ̀dẹ́ sọ pé ẹ̀ ń gbàdúrà ànígbà tí ọkọ mi mọ̀ wọ́n lọ́tọ̀ ọkọ mi nìkan wá lẹ̀ fún. I'm telling you Someone ṣàánú. He ridiculed my husband. Very humble and sincere. Baba pack pants. Took pants on àtìyàwó wọn. Wọ́n ní kémi wá máa fọ̀. Ó tó 20. Wọ́n máa fọ̀ èmi. Wọ́n máa fọ̀. Kí ló dé? Ẹ wò ó. Wọ́n ti lé ọkọ mi kúrò nílé. I'm telling you, ilé tó ti sọ owó ẹ̀ tó fẹ́ rà. Ó sọ kí bàbá wá sí bàbá wa ṣe prayer síbẹ̀ pé wọ́n ní gbà á. Kó tó dé láti Nàìjíríà, ó lè ṣe gbọ́ tó pariwo pé lọ́sùn sí church. Gbogbo nǹkan ẹ̀, TV, gbogbo nǹkan tó wà nílé yẹn Brahunga, á wọ̀ sí tó bá wọ̀ sí millions of dollars. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ wá síbẹ̀ ṣàdúrà inú wọn nígbà wọ́n dẹ̀ gbà. He did not even feel it. He's still humble. He's still calling you. He's still sending money to you. Ní inú ayẹyẹ kékeré tó máa fi wá sí yẹn Baby, let's go and rent hotel. Ó ní bàbá máa bínú. Ooru nínú bẹ̀yẹn. Bọ̀ asọ̀pọ̀kè o, ilé Ọlọ́run, ẹ jẹ́ ká wọ́n bù. Báyọ̀ ìgbà kì í ṣe tẹ́nu o. I can never. Mi rò pé mo lè sùn sí irú bẹ̀yẹn láyé mi. Mi rò pé mo lè sùn bọ ilé Ọlọ́run. Ẹ wá fẹ́ sọ wá di ATM. Kí ló dé? Mi wá fọ́. Mo wá tọ́sọ̀kè sí mo wá lọ. Ìyàwó ẹ̀ bá ọjọ́ kejì mo wá sí service in church ní Friday. Ìyàwó ẹ̀ ní ìwọ mo ní kó fọ pants ó fọ́. Mo rò pé mi ó wá kó pants mi sílẹ̀. Mo lè sọ pé má gbókè mọ́. Mo gbé òkè wo níbo? Ó bí mi sínú ọlá ni mi ra ọlá. Wọ́n bí mi sínú ẹ̀mí. Ẹ̀yọ́ tí mo sọ ọkọ mi, did you wash it? Mo ní you don't trust me. Bẹ́ẹ̀ pants yẹn á tó 20. Kí ló ṣe ìyá tọ́pẹ́ tí ò lè fọ́? Pants. Èrò o. Má jẹ́ rírú ẹ̀ mọ́. Ó bá wà fà ó, but Ọlọ́run sọ pé òun jù lọ. I was even scared pé ṣebí Mary sọ pé lòun pè. Ó ní agbára o, èmi lè parọ́ o. Ó ní agbára bọ̀, agbára Ọlọ́run ju tiẹ̀ lọ.
Bíbélì wípé ìwà bí Ọlọ́run pẹ̀lú ìtẹ́lọ́rùn mẹ́ńbí èrè ńlá ni, àti wípé ìfẹ́ owó báyìí náà ní gbòǹgbò ẹ̀ṣẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n ìtẹ́lọ́rùn yìí gan ni wòlíì Tibetan kò ní, nítorí pé ó ní ọrọ̀ púpọ̀ káàkiri gbogbo ayé, pàápàá ilẹ̀ kan tán sọ wípé ó gbà lórílẹ̀‐èdè Amẹ́ríkà lọ́wọ́ àwọn olóṣèlú Nàìjíríà. Lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ iṣẹ́ ìkọ́lé ńlá ni wọ́n ní ó ń ṣe lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nínú ìjọ rẹ̀. Síbẹ̀ ó kọ̀ láti san owó arákùnrin David Timilehin. Kí a ṣe àlàyé díẹ̀ fún yín pé wòlíì Tibetan yìí ni olùṣọ́ nínú ìjọ Celestial Church Elisha Parish ní Àjẹgúnlẹ̀ ní ẹ̀bá toll gate ní ìlú Sango Ọ̀tà. Àwọn ènìyàn kan tilẹ̀ sọ wípé kì í ṣe alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ tí ọ̀gbẹ́ni náà bá ara rẹ̀ nínú ẹrẹ̀ lórí irú àwọn ẹ̀sùn báyìí. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ènìyàn la gbọ́ wípé wọ́n sì wà nípò àìmọ̀kan báyìí tí wọ́n sì ń kó gbogbo nǹkan ìní wọn fún wòlíì Ọlọ́run náà.
At that time àwa méjì la wá sọ́dọ̀ Tibetan, èmi àti lady kan ń pè Regina. Ó pupa gan báyìí. Màtó dẹ̀ tún bú wa táyà kóra wa kúrò àpè mọ́, kò yé yín. He was so rude. Ó ní tí mọ́tò bá pààyàn kan ṣùgbọ́n wọn á lọ jù wọ́n súbì kan, wọn á lọ sí wọn àmọ́ ní láéláé èèwọ̀. Èmi kọ́ lè yàn sọ yẹn sí lórí owó mi. Gbogbo àwọn èèyàn gbọ́. Lẹ́yìn tó ti gba 50,000 tó lóun máa ṣe pé òun máa ṣàwọn, kí ni mo á rí ní owó náà? 80,000 ló lóun bí ó ní máa ṣe jọ́ mẹ́ta kan bẹ́ẹ̀, mo máa ṣàwọn iṣẹ́ kan kìíní mo gbálẹ̀ mo ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ lóru nǹkan ọkọ̀. Òun yẹn ò mọ̀rọ̀ sọ rárá, mi dẹ̀ sọ fún ọmọ ní mi lè stomach ròyìn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Mo ní kò sẹ́ni tó gbọ́dọ̀ bá ẹ̀dá alàyè sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Àwọn òyìnbó tó ń ṣe jágajàga bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn à ń kọ̀ fún wọn kábọ̀sì bọ́ sí ìwọ tó ń ṣèdè mi. Èmi ò gbà yẹn bí mi ṣe débẹ̀ mọ́ nìyẹn. Bọ́ mi ò mọ̀ bó ń ṣe àwọn nǹkan sí mi. Ọdún yìí náà ni mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá lọ́lọ́wọ́ fún mi ní orúkọ ẹ̀. Mo wá wò pé kí ni mo ṣe fọ́kùnrin yìí nítorí mi ò dúró mọ́, mi ò gba nǹkan kan lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ náà. Nínú 80,000 mo san 50. Kí ni nǹkan náà tó ṣe? Bó ṣe tèmi ló ṣe fún Sisi Regina yẹn náà. Ìyẹn nǹkan tó ní kó ra wá tó ń kó lé 3,000 nítorí òun ní kí yẹn má lọ ilé ẹ̀kọ́ láti airport wọn á ní kàn lọ gbé ń bẹ̀, kò gbọdọ̀ lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ family ẹ̀ kankan. Nígbà téèyàn lọ́mọ ìyá tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bímọ after several years tí wọn náà dẹ̀ wálé tó jàjà wálé, ibo ló máa kọ́ kọrí sí? Ibẹ̀ lílé ó da ìyẹn ló má lọ́nà. Mo á sọ fún yẹn pé wo nǹkan báyìí ni mo rí pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ lójú oorun o. Àdé owó kan bèrè owó, mo rí fígọ̀ kan 300, mo tó rí kan 3,000, mo ní what the hell? Mo bá sáré lajú, mo ní èèwọ̀. I rebuke this in Jesus' name. Who the fuck are you? Kí ni mo ṣe fún ọkùnrin? Kí ló ń ṣe léyìí? Mo ti bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ over 2 years 3 years. Mo pé máa yín ṣe nǹkan ó ń ṣe àwọn nǹkan tó yẹ kó ṣe náà. Ìjọ ti bá rọ́ ní tì àbí tó bá rọ́ ní tì kò yẹ wọ́n kàn lè pa mí. Ikú Ọlọ́run ló máa pa mí. Gbogbo nǹkan náà ti rán ṣe sí mi àti cancer Ọlọ́run ti wipe off. Kí ló kù? Ṣé mọ̀ wípé ilẹ̀ kan wà tí mo fẹ́ fún níṣẹ́ yẹn gbà yẹn? wípé kán bá mi finish building yẹn máa sanwó 2 plots of land mo dẹ̀ ti ń kọ́ débì kan bọ́ mo níwèrè kan ládùúgbò yẹn tó fẹ́ máa dà mí láàmú mọ́dà mo ní ó ti ó lóò lè ṣe mo á rí nǹkan tó wá sọ fún mi pé hold on a minute gbogbogbò tí èyí ti pọ̀ jù náà kíákíá ó yá ń sìn ọlọ́ládé bá wọn lọ síbẹ̀ ọlọ́ládé ìjẹ́ lọ síbẹ̀ ọlọ́ládé ìyá Tọ́pẹ́ ò ti ṣiṣẹ́ o ṣùgbọ́n bóun náà bàbá Tọ́pẹ́ kí lọmọ ẹ̀ kà mo ní HR lọmọ mi HR manager ọmọ tòun náà ó ṣiṣẹ́ pharmacy kìnnìkan wọ́n wò pé we are not in competition tèmi ti dé lóyìnbó wò ó tí ì dé lóyìnbó ẹ wo gbogbo àwọn ẹni tó jókòó nínú ọgbà yẹn bí wọ́n ṣe wà ṣé ó dáa bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ wo máa kan tó jẹ́ pé ẹsẹ̀ ń dùn ẹsẹ̀ kan ni máa yẹn ní àánú máa yẹn ṣe mí bàjẹ́ mi ò mọ nǹkan tí mo lè ṣe mo bá làwọn èèyàn ṣe wà nígbà tó so wọ́n mọ́lẹ̀ sí mọ́lẹ̀ bí ẹran yìí lọ́lọ́run sọ fún mi pé this is not normal bákan bẹ́ẹ̀ ìyẹn sọ fún mi èmi ò lè máa sọ pé yẹsà mo ní beg your pardon mo sọ fún màmá yìí tó bá wù mí báyìí mo ní sẹ́mi ìṣẹ́pẹ́ wòlíì ni ó ní ìṣẹ́pẹ́ wọn lọ́jọ́ orí mo ti sanwó iṣẹ́ mi ò ń ṣe wèrè mi ò ń ṣe síbi ìdẹ́ jẹun bẹ́ẹ̀ èmi máa tún lóúnjẹ fún àwọn tó bá wà ní tòsí mi bẹ́ẹ̀ dédé kí lẹ fẹ́ jẹ ó yá Démọ́lá àbí kí ni ọmọ yẹn jẹ́ Dàmọ́lá wà lọ bá mi lóúnjẹ fún gbogbo wa wọn bọ jẹ́ tí mo ṣe gbà tó yá òun mọ̀ pọ̀ ní káńsù tiẹ̀ òun mú ní mi kì í ṣe káńsù their humble bungalows èèyàn kan wà nílé kejì mi tó ti sọ̀rọ̀ mi fún tó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣe fúnni fún mi ní wọ́dẹ̀ mi ò ń ṣe tó máa yọra sí i mi ò ń ṣe tó dé lóní kéèyàn wá mọ̀ òun wàá dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ síyàn dáadáa l'overseas wọ́n wá níbi tó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní treat mi bí ẹni pé kíní wọ́n ní tí ẹ bá ti rí pé òun ò lè rí èèyàn so mọ́lẹ̀ ó máa ṣe nǹkan tí ò yẹ kó jẹ láti lè máa kàn tó bá ti dín kó mówó wá kó máa wú àbọ̀lé mi èmi yàtọ̀ èmi ò jẹ́ yàtọ̀ náà lé ẹ̀mọ́ láyé.
Odidi éka kan ló fi kọ́ ilẹ̀ ìjọ rẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n tí èrò tó wà ńbẹ̀ tí ò ju péréte lọ. Níbo gangan ni owó ti ń wọlé fún wòlíì Tibetan? Láti ìgbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn iléeṣẹ́ ìròyìn bíi Sahara Reporters, TheCable àti Punch newspaper àti àwọn mìíràn ti gbìyànjú láti bá wòlíì yìí sọ̀rọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n gẹ́gẹ́ bí orúkọ rẹ̀ níṣe ló ń tì wọ́n kiri àbí kó máa dú ìkookò mọ́ wọn.
Yes, you can record it, you can do whatever you want to do because you young boys of nowadays, you don't do things that can prolong your life. You'll be thinking you are smarter than the people you met on this world. Yes, the fact is that Mrs. Akintonde is from me.
But sir, are you threatening me?
No, I'm not threatening you.
Because I'm not involved in this case. I'm just a journalist.
Listen.
Ní ti arábìnrin Akintonde tí ó jọ wípé ó lo Tibetan láti ta ilẹ̀ yìí, àwọn kan sọ wípé òpùrọ̀ ayé pátápátá ni obìnrin ìyàwó gómìnà àná náà. Wọ́n ní ó jẹ́ ẹni tó lè ṣe ohunkóhun nítorí owó. Obìnrin náà tilẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ parọ́ pé òun kò ṣe ọmọ ìjọ Celestial Church rí rárá.
A bi wọ́n wípé ǹjẹ́ wọ́n ti fìgbà kankan darapọ̀ mọ́ ìjọ aláṣọ funfun rí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ ìjọ ní Celestial Church. Wọ́n jẹ́ kó yé wa bákan náà wípé àwọn ò fìgbà kankan lọ sí ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì aláṣọ funfun rí o. She never visited a white garment church before.
Ṣùgbọ́n ẹ tún gbọ́ ohun tó sọ níbí.
And by the grace of the Almighty God, God blessed my life and that of my family. So we were able to do what we can do to support the church that we believe in. I left as a superior senior prophetess.
Èkejì ẹ̀wẹ̀wẹ̀, a bi wọ́n wípé ǹjẹ́ wọ́n ti fìgbà kankan darapọ̀ mọ́ ìjọ aláṣọ funfun rí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ ìjọ ní Celestial Church. wọ́n jẹ́ kó yé wa bákan náà wípé àwọn ò fìgbà kankan lọ sí ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì aláṣọ funfun rí o. She never visited a white garment church before. Wọ́n ò lọ rí o, wọ́n ò darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn rí o, wọ́n ò ṣe sínbẹ̀. Wọ́n ò lọ rí o, wọ́n ò darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn rí o, wọ́n ò ṣe sínbẹ̀. Wọ́n ò lọ rí o, wọ́n ò darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn rí o, wọ́n ò ṣe sínbẹ̀.
Daddy, thank you for the honor today. I am very grateful. The Almighty God will continue to
Amen. Ẹ wá lè pàtẹ́wọ́ fún mọ́mí dáadáa.
Mọ́mí wa nìyẹn.
Ṣé ní kọjá kí ó
sí Mrs. Akintonde. Àwọn ìyàwó gómìnà wa nígbà ayé ológun lọ́wọ́ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn. Ẹ bá fún ọ látọwọ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí.
Ó ní òun ni ìyàwó gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn nígbà kan rí, Colonel Daniel Akintonde.
I am married to a military intelligence officer. Bring me back here, come in the 46 years, diplomatic, come.
Ìtàkọ́ ṣe náà ni pé láti confirm orúkọ yẹn gangan pé ṣé òtítọ́ ẹni tí wọ́n dárúkọ yìí ló ń jẹ́ orúkọ yìí lóòótọ́. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọlọ́rọ̀ tí wọ́n fi ẹ̀sùn kàn. Àmọ́ nígbà tá a ṣe pẹ̀kínrẹ̀kí tá a jókòó gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu wọn, àkọ́kọ́ ohun tí wọ́n kọ́kọ́ ṣe lálàyé fún wa náà ni pé àwọn kọ́ o, àwọn kọ́ ni Mrs. Akintonde wípé ó ṣeé ṣe o k'Akintonde ó pé 2, 3, 4 o, àmọ́ Akintonde ti tàwọn o, àwọn ò fìgbà kan ṣe ìyàwó lọ́ọ̀dẹ gómìnà kankan rí tó jẹ́ ti ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn. Wọ́n sọ yẹn wọ́n dẹ̀ là bẹ́ẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọlọ́run ọba kan àdìmú gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀rọ̀ tá a gbọ́ lẹ́nu wọn. Kí n tẹ̀síwájú.
Nígbà tí àwọn oníròyìn gbé ọ̀rọ̀ náà dé ọ̀dọ̀ gómìnà ológun ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn nígbà kan rí, ọ̀gágun Daniel Akintonde, ṣe ni ó sọ wípé irọ́ pátápátá gbà ni arábìnrin náà ń pa pé òun jẹ́ aya òun àti pé ó pẹ́ tí òun ti fi ojú kan arábìnrin náà gbẹ̀yìn.
Ẹni tó ń sọ yìí, I have not seen her for years. I left Ogun State in 1996. I left with my family intact. So mi ò mọ anything pa gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ ó ṣẹlẹ̀ kò ṣẹlẹ̀. So I'm not in. She's not my wife. And to fly kite yẹn ló fly as first lady. She was never first lady. I left Ogun State in August 1996. He was never a first lady. Mori, I wouldn't deny that, or more Mori, but I will severe the relationship. So there was never a first lady. I left Ogun State with my wife. My wife died in 1999. We are not into any relationship. How many years ago Mutiri woman told so?
Omolara.
Yes, Oje Akintonde, yeah. Not disputing that one. You understand what I'm saying? But and to introduce her, was she ever a first lady? Should the name be connected to me?
Àṣírí jìbìtì bá tú pátápátá. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí dùn ọ̀gágun Akíntọ̀ndé wípé bí ìgbà tí Ọmọlára kàn fẹ́ ta àbùkù bá orúkọ rere òun àti ẹbí òun láwùjọ ni. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí gómìnà Ológun ṣiṣẹ́ takuntakun ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn ní ìgbà ìjọba rẹ̀. Ohun burúkú pátápátá ni arábìnrin Omolara Akintonde ṣe láti tàbùkù bá orúkọ Colonel Daniel Akintonde. Nígbà tí Sahara Reporters gbé ọ̀rọ̀ yìí jáde, ogunlọ́gọ̀ àwọn ènìyàn tí wọ́n ti mọ arábìnrin Omolara Akintonde ni wọ́n sọ pé ìwà kìí fi oníwà sílẹ̀. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ irú iṣẹ́ láabi bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ní ó ti ṣe ní ìlú Ẹ̀pẹ́ sẹ́yìn, ṣùgbọ́n tí a kò tilẹ̀ fìdí rẹ̀ múlẹ̀. A fi ọ̀rọ̀ jomitoro ọ̀rọ̀ pẹ̀lú amòfin tó wà nídìí ọ̀rọ̀ náà. Ẹgbọ́n tí amòfin Ayọ̀ Dúrójayé sọ.
Mr. David Timilehin happened to be a client, and I think he has tried on his own part to settle this matter amicably with Tibetan and Mrs. Omolara Akintonde. But when the thing was getting out of hand for him, and that's why he contacted me. And when he contacted me, I listened to him, and immediately I listened to him, I discovered that the matter is fraud, ab initio. No other name. It is fraud, ab initio, perpetrated by Tibetan, Marco Tibetan, and this is Alegi Omolara Akintonde. Because if you ask me why, I will explain to you. Why? You wanted to sell a land you acquired by government, give it to you to establish a refinery, petrol refinery. The government has a right to acquire people's land from the Omonile, taking over their land from the Omonile. If the law is very clear, the land act is very clear. If that land is going to be used for a public interest, either to build school, to build hospital, to construct roads, to build infrastructure, government has that right. And the land use right supported the government to do that. And this land was given to you by a governor of a state, acquired by the state government, give it to you to establish a refinery. No refinery has been established and try selling the land. Try selling. That's not fraud. She doesn't have the right. Legally speaking, she doesn't have the right. Is that not fraud? And this is what I pointed to my clients. My brother, I'm sorry, this is fraud. Better go and ask them to return your money. You're not buying anything. These people want to dupe you. Not that they want to sell anything for you. You want to make your money. So that's it, sir. I met Mrs. Akintonde in a lawyer's office at Ikeja. I met her. Someone else for a meeting. They said, yes. I was in the office of the lawyer. The name is Barrister Harris. Very fine gentleman. We met. And I was there before her. She came. She narrated her story outside of the story. And she was fuming that my client, David Timilehin, has insulted him, and that has insulted her, that she doesn't want to do anything with her again, and be with him again, that he was ready to refund his money. In the presence of his lawyer. His lawyer was there. And I'm so happy. Later, the lawyer, made me see with this Yoruba saying that Epa Raja, Epa Ota, you don't sell him by force. Now, I was even begging the woman, hey, please, don't be offended. My client was a young, brilliant man, very young, sharp. Maybe because of the money has been staying long, that's why he's not happy. Please don't. He said, okay, I understand, but I don't want to deal with him again. I will return his money. But my brother, lo and behold, my impression of him is that is that the woman is not a straightforward person. Not straightforward. The same thing with Tibetan. They're not straightforward because the money went through Tibetan's accounts. Now, Tibetan as a godfather, as a spiritual father to my clients, what is he supposed to do? So he's supposed to collect his receipt, the deed of assignment, the survey plan of the place, collect it from the woman as she's transferring the money to her, and hand it over to my client. This is the document showing the day of assignment, purchase receipt, survey plan, everything of the 30 of the plots we bought from her. But the bus was the case. So, my sir, my impression about two of them is that, and I can say it anywhere, and to their hearing, I will pray that they listen to me, that the two of them are pathological liars, liar and deceiver, and they were out to dupe my young clients. That's my position, sir. My brother, I can't blame my clients. No, it's my client. No, to be frank, has not done the right thing. But you know, anybody can fall prey to machination and evil plan of some people. Once you see somebody as your godfather, especially spiritual godfather, somebody that is very close to you and are very close to, somebody who has had cause come and sleep in your own house. Somebody who has had cause to take money from you. No, you trust. No, in Nigerian situation, don't trust anybody. So I can't blame him. No, he did wrong. He did wrong. My client did wrong. I told him to his face the first time I met. But why should you go and do this without getting me involved or getting other lawyer involved? Why? He said, Tibetan said, don't worry, don't spend this. I'm your father. Don't worry. Don't go and spend more money. Let me do this. The person is my church member. There's no problem. Well, I cannot blame him for long for church because they try to. What I've discovered is that they are trying to play him. That's my own view about it. It may be wrong, but can't blame him. Anybody can fall to that type of the trap and mistakes which he made. So that's my position.
wọ́n wá fẹ́lẹ́ ìkó fún wa o tó jẹ́ kókó kan tí mo rí gbá múnú ọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n ní ọ̀gbẹ́ni Tìmílẹ́yìn tó ń sọ pé wọn ò jẹ́ kó ń gbégbèsè àti gba agbẹjọ́rò wọ́n ní kò lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ àti máa sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ èdè yẹn kò yẹ kó máa pè jáde lẹ́nu ẹ̀. ẹ gbọ́ wọ́n ń gbèpò yẹnu pé Prophet MKO Tibetan ò jẹ́ kóun gba lọ́ọ̀yà wọ́n ní èdè tó ń pè yẹn is totally wrong. wọ́n ní kò jẹ́ kí èdè ẹ̀ máa jáde lẹ́nu ẹ̀ igbe because òun ló ti sọ up front pé kí bàbá yìí jẹ́ ẹni tó máa handle tó máa sì tó all affairs concerning the land kó jẹ́ àwọn náà máa handle everything gẹ́gẹ́ bí àlàyé tó sọ why should he now come out and say bàbá yìí náà ni wọn ò jẹ́ kí wọn ò jẹ́ kó ń gbégbèsè àti lọ gba agbẹjọ́rò lórí ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn.
Sir, they are all baseless, fabricated, and mendacious allegations. I repeat myself, they are baseless, fabricated, and mendacious allegations. Because how can they? My lawyer so much trust Tibetan. I'm older than him. I'm not his age mate. I can say this on here. If it's not his fault, can't blame him. It's a lie, blatant lie that was my lawyer. It's him that decided that was position of the lawyer. It's part of the evil machinations. Let me put it that way, so that he will not insist on taking a lawyer. Even if he takes a lawyer that just passed out from law school this year, they will tell him what to do and what to do, not to do. In fact, the first thing a good lawyer will have said, okay, this is the want to buy. Let me go and conduct charge on the land. You conduct charge, you go to the land, go and find out whether there's a registered survey, whether the survey was registered, whether the land is free from any equivalence on the other. Then if you come back and want to explain to me, no, you can't buy that land. But my brother, the rest is history. It's unfortunate, very, very unfortunate that the woman can go about media houses telling lies, naked lies, blatant lies. Do you know? The one is able to reach to me again that we should come for a meeting. I should come with my client. I said, no, I'm not going to have a meeting with you. I'm not going to have a meeting because you are associated with telling lies over the breaking. No, it's not like that, sir. It's not like that, sir.
Màmá Akintonde nínú àlàyé tí wọ́n ṣe fún wa wọ́n jẹ́ kó yá pé ilẹ̀ táwọn ń sọ yìí ìgbé kò ń ṣe ilẹ̀ yìí pé Tìmílẹ́yìn nìkan ni ó ra lẹ́ńbẹ̀ o. wọ́n láwọn èèyàn pọ̀ kódà wòlíì Tibetan gangan fúnra wọn àwọn náà nílẹ̀ ní orílẹ̀ yìí. wọ́n sọ wọ́n dẹ̀ fọwọ́ ìgbáyà fún wa pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe rí. láfikún wọ́n jẹ́ kó yé wa wípé nígbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ Tìmílẹ́yìn máa wáyé wòlíì Marcus Tibetan ò sọ fáwọn wípé ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn ni gẹ́gẹ́ bí introduction tó ṣe ọmọ àwọn bí ẹni pé èèyàn fẹ́ ra nǹkan lẹ̀ di ọmọ ẹ̀ nígbà náà nítorí pé gẹ́gẹ́ bí àlàyé tó ń ṣe fún wa àwọn àti wòlíì ló jọ sọ̀rọ̀ nígbà tọ́rọ̀ yẹn máa wáyé láàrin àwọn méjèèjì so àpèjúwe tí wòlíì ṣe fún ọ nípa Tìmílẹ́yìn ni pé ọmọ àwọn ló ní ìdí ilẹ̀ yẹn of which iye tí wọ́n pe ilẹ̀ yẹn tẹ́lẹ̀ was 36 million ní iye owó tí wọ́n gbé lé ilẹ̀ ọ̀hún lórí àmọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí wòlíì ṣe wá bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ táwọn dẹ̀ dúnàdúrà àwọn fi orí òkú ṣọ̀ọ́dúnrún sí 30 million which is 30 million naira tí wọ́n dẹ̀ san owó ékàlẹ̀ méjì fáwọn which is 60 million naira. So kí n tẹ̀síwájú o bí mo ṣe ń sọ yẹn máa dé o nítorí pé etí tó bá gbà lọ ó gbúdọ̀ gbà bọ̀ o bójú bá rí náà tẹ́ iná dandan ni kó rí kálíkà ọ̀sára gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ti ń bá wa bọ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí tẹ́ ẹ̀ dẹ̀ wà lórí ètò ẹ máa bá mi yan kẹ̀rẹ̀ máa bá mi ta ń kókó. wọ́n ní ilẹ̀ yìí kankan nílẹ̀ tó wà lọ́wọ́ àwọn fún títà o ilẹ̀ sì wà lọ́pẹ́ bí táwọn fẹ́ tà tó pọ̀ gidi tí ò ń ṣẹlẹ̀ díẹ̀ wọ́n ní pẹ̀lú gbàgbọ́ táwọn dẹ̀ ní nínú wòlíì ni ilẹ̀ táwọn dẹ̀ ń ṣàlàyé fún wa yìí gbogbo òwú ẹ̀ gbogbo dọ́kúmẹ̀ntì ẹ̀ títí dórí sí ọ̀vọ̀ ẹ̀ wọ́n ní kí káwọn sọ fún wa ní tilẹ̀ tọ́ lọ́hùn pé ọwọ́ Prophet Tibetan ní gbogbo àwọn òwe yìí wà. wọ́n ní gbogbo document all the documents and seal of oath is in possession of the prophet according to her. ẹ gbọ́ wípé àwọn náà ni wọ́n ń ṣe alámòjútó àtàlákòóso gbogbo ẹ̀ èyí wọ́n fi wọ́n láàrin ẹ pé ìbáṣe tó dánmọ́rán wà láàrin àwọn àti wòlíì Tibetan.
Before man and God, what he said is a blatant lie. Now, sir, maybe I don't know whether you have bought a plot of land. If I buy land from me, let me say you are buying land from me and you're Drojaye. When you pay me your money, I say, okay, this plot, I'm selling it for 50,000. Okay, when you pay me, I must prepare the day of assignment in your paper, in your name. I must give you purchase receipt. I must attach my own survey plan to it and hand over the document to you. In this case, no survey plan, no deed of assignment, no purchase receipt. Even there's no even memorandum of understanding. At times you can even do memorandum of understanding. If the document are not ready, you do it, you sign it, put your stamp on your company stamp on it. But this man don't do anything. They don't do anything. It's just the day we went to the meeting in our lawyer's office, they were just give you an ordinary paper. Ordinary paper, they type something, mental plot, chemical plot. Yeah. Nothing. No document. Nothing. So for Tibetan itself, if Tibetan is an honest and a true prophet and a man of God, when you claim that you transfer money to somebody on behalf of your son, on behalf of your son, I will what son, because he is described to be before now as his son. Then he's supposed to have collected everything so that to make himself clear of the matter. Okay, my son, the money you sent to me, I sent to her. This is your deed of assignment. This is your purchase receipt. This is your survey plan, so that they will know that transaction is clear. But there's nothing like that. Only to be hearing Tibetan on audio claiming that he doesn't even know my client again, and he doesn't know him. He doesn't know where he is. A brilliant young boy that is just making his swing in life. Is that fair, Esther? You in the media, please, I beg you. I want to appeal to you people in the media. Try as much as possible to dig your facts very well, because so that is, sir. Excuse me, sir. With due respect, that's one of the reasons why I was saying that the woman is a pathological liar. What he's saying is she's been economical with the truth. It is true. One man called me, named Fagbulu. He called me on phone. I don't know how he got my phone. I'm a lawyer. Nobody can call. He called me that he's an auditor to Mrs. Akintonde. And said, please, I understand you are an N67m. Joe, please help us. So this matter, you want to resolve it amicably. You want to settle it. I said, well. Then another said, yes, sir. And I said to her on phone, to him on phone, what happened? What transpired between Akintonde and my clients and Tibetan? The man was shocked. I've never seen the man I've never seen with physically. I explained to him to the extent that land was given to this woman by government to build a refinery, not to sell. So I've never met anybody. I've never held a meeting with anybody. But I was shocked when I heard over the media that I've been holding meeting with elder. I didn't allow with any elder. I have not seen any elder. I've never met any elder. He only spoke to me on phone. And I told the man, name Fabulu, maybe he's hearing me now, that this is what the woman did. And the woman is a liar. He's not a very straightforward person. So that's what happened, sir. For Tibetan as a person, two persons, I'm surprised that Tibetan call himself a prophet or a pastor. I am very surprised. Because based on his utterances, one can easily see that it's not a true man of God. Even if it's a man, it's not a true man of God. Because in the first place, my brother, in the first place, sir, Tibetan is fond of telling lies. Let me tell you one thing, sir. I was once one of the unrepentant and fanatical listener of Tibetan's sermon. I was once a fanatical and unrepentant listener to Tibetan's preaching. But when I later discovered that most of the Bible passages that he quoted or that he used to quote on media are not correct. They are not related to what he's saying. Then I got to know this man is trying to distribute the audience. Because when he's preaching, I write down his Bible passages. I write it down. So after he has finished, I will go through the Bible passage one by one, relating it to what is the topic he was discussing. I discovered he's not saying the truth. So even after this one, I had him on the audio threatening. I had him on the threatening that my client, why should you go and employ the service of a foolish lawyer, calling me foolish at my age? Say, why should you go and employ the service of a foolish lawyer? Have you forgotten that there are instances where a lawyer will be kidnapped and a lawyer will be killed because of a matter? I just laugh. I laugh it off. So to me, Tibetan is not an honest person. It's not a true man of God. But I'm surprised of people that are following him. It's not. So that's all right. But to me, I'm not going to the church because I can sense from its utterances that it's not an honest man. But I exchanged SMS messages with him. And from his responses, I can see that, this man is empty. He's empty. I can say it. And I can say it in presence. I'm not afraid of him. He's empty. So that's it, sir.
Ní báyìí, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ti wá dé ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn àjọ tó ń rí sí sísòwò kùmọ̀kùmọ̀ Economic and Financial Crime Commission EFCC tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ènìyàn sì ń sọ pé kí ìjọba fi ọwọ́ sìnkún mú wòlíì Tibetan àti Omolara Akintonde kí wọ́n lè kó owó ẹni ẹlẹ́ni sílẹ̀. Láti ìgbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ náà ti wá lù síta ni wòlíì Tibetan àti arábìnrin Omolara wọ́n ti na pápá bora lọ sí ìlú òyìnbó. Láti ìgbà náà ni wọ́n ti ń fi èní dèní fọ̀la dọ́là fún Timilehin. Ṣé bí Yorùbá sọ pé bí irọ́ bá lọ ní 20 ọdún ọjọ́ kan ni òótọ́ yóò lè bá. Lóòótọ́ Tibetan àti Omolara sọ wípé kò sí ohun tí ẹnikẹ́ni lè ṣe fún àwọn ní Nàìjíríà, ṣùgbọ́n kí wọ́n rántí pé ẹni tí Ọlọ́run kò lè mú Ọlọ́run kò tí ì dá. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Nàìjíríà, ọ̀rọ̀ rèé o. Àfi kí a máa fi àdúrà ran arákùnrin Timilehin lọ́wọ́ kí àwọn alágbára òkùnkùn má bàa dá ẹ̀mí rẹ̀ légbodò lórí owó àágùn rẹ̀. Ẹ wò ó, a tún máa rí i lọ́jọ́ míì, ọjọ́ rí. Ó dìgbà kan náà.